talk into the microphone.
And you can hear me okay, right? I'm just going to hold this like everybody loves me holding little things.
Yeah, Sam, where are we, buddy? We're in a different city. I feel like I'm dislocated.
We're in Austin, Texas.
Austin,
we just
Texas.
got here this morning. We both just flew in. We're at Consensus 2024, which in my opinion is one of the better conferences. It's probably the largest, if not the second biggest, Web3 Bitcoin-focused conferences. But of course, you have Bitcoin Nashville, but that's Bitcoin-focused. This is everybody else. So for example, we're in the Circle Lounge, which is stablecoin. And really just a lot of kick-ass events. For me, I got a lot of political contacts here, a lot of political events, a lot of political fundraisers. There's a big karate combat fight. Me and you have already run into like 5 or 6 different people that we've known before.
I literally pitched Node 40 4 times, and I've been here less than an hour.
Isn't that
pitched
crazy?
Node 40 4 times to 4 large companies. 2 of them didn't know they were going to be considered dealer brokers.
Yeah.
So like, there's so much going on in the digital asset industry that I think people are just having a hard time getting their arms around how big this is going to be and all the things that need to be put in place so that we don't replicate the mistakes from the past. And the past being the last 15 years of lost coins, people dodging their taxes, ending up in trouble. Roger Ver, come on, dude, that was just amateur hour. All the things that's going on in the last like 4 or 5 years, the influencers are going to be held responsible for shilling shit.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a warning right now. If you're shilling stuff, you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, if you're doing pump and dumps, you're screwed.
Oh, they're going to come after you so hard, dude.
And I don't even feel bad about that though, because if you're pumping your own bags and then you're leaving people holding it, you should be in jail.
Yeah, not cool. I mean, at least you need to at least identify that you have a long position.
Yeah.
Or a short position.
Be open.
That's why I keep saying, hey, I'm really long Bitcoin and I am biased. I'm highly biased. There's no way I have too much not to be biased, right? So I want it to go up. It's important for me to tell people where my bias is, right?
What do you think of this compared to last year? Because I don't know if you remember last year.
I thought last year was not good. I didn't like it. I thought there was a lot of middle tier quality. The quality here is very different.
Already?
You can
notice
already
that?
Oh, you can already see. Yeah.
You think that's because of the money now that's flowed in through the ETF and kind of more adoption? The market's picked back up? Because where were we a year ago? A year ago, Bitcoin's price was what? 30?
Probably 18,000.
Okay, that's
20,000. What month are we in? May?
Yeah, we're in May.
Dude, March was the low. So I don't have a chart on me, but April, May, June.
Yeah.
Market was starting to move. We went through when did the Sam Bankman-Fried and when did all that noise come out? That was early. That was January, February.
That was the end of 2021.
Yeah, we just sat down at the bottom, just 16 to 20 a year ago. But you got to remember, all those tickets were bought a year before.
Yeah, that's true.
So these shows, you have a latency effect on these shows.
Yeah.
Most of these tickets were bought some time ago. What I'm seeing a difference in is market makers are here, hedge funds that are offering different tools to other players. Like I just met a guy on options that I am actually very interested in options as a holder of Bitcoin to protect my downside and also to sell what I call covered calls. I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin. I don't want to get rid of my Bitcoin for 4+ years.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have an opportunity to sell. You know, let's say at a $200,000 Bitcoin price, which I think we'll see. Time period question, but at a $200,000 Bitcoin price, and let's say that I bought them all, let's say my average is 40. The average of all Bitcoin ever bought is 29,000. So imagine a guy like Roger Ver who's sitting on $300 Bitcoin selling $200,000 call options every month. Okay, like call options in the money. Those are going to be worth 20, 30, 40 grand.
Yeah.
So you start looking at, that's like leasing your Bitcoin without getting rid of your Bitcoin, right? So it's there'll be all types of derivatives made available, and they're going to be. I was going to use the word gangsters, and by gangsters I mean Goldman Sachs are gangsters, right?
Yeah.
But these are gangsters. They're early players, and this is why I've been so positive on the ETF. because I know the stack of players that are coming into the ETF early, the early adopter, the early mover, is always the rogue player. It's the edge case player.
Yeah.
He has more to gain, less to lose than any other player, and then you're going to just work up the food chain. So we're literally going into an ocean. This is the best way to, you're going into an ocean, and the first minnows are going to take their bite of the ETF, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And then that ETF just keeps going further, gaining
whales
more and
come
more
along.
weight, right? More depth.
Yeah.
And then and that's going to happen in 6 months. I mean, I believe October, November. In fact, I'll say this. If by November we haven't seen a doubling of Bitcoin's price from here, Bitcoin may not be performing as we expected. But I think literally November, October, is probably October before the election, we should see Bitcoin's price really taking traction, which probably means it's going to start happening before that. But if we don't have that clarity November, December of this year,
Yeah.
I'm going to start reviewing maybe I was wrong. And I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm wrong, but I could be wrong.
I always find these conferences interesting because I feel like they're a really good market read. Just kind of your point. You're like, oh, quality's coming in. And in the low years, like the space is emptier, it's more tight, but you also, the scams go away, the filth goes away, the cream rises to the top. And so it's kind of interesting to notice we're in this stage where there's growth, but now the growth is actually more quality growth as well. It's not just pump and dump schemes because everyone's going up. It is more institutional. So I think that's why the quality you're noticing is already better.
Yeah.
Because now people, I mean, what are we going to do when BlackRock has a booth and Fidelity have a booth? Seriously, I mean, so CoinDesk.
See, it's interesting you say that because you're now noted quality of money.
Yeah.
All money is not equal. Now that's a weird one. Huh? All money is not equal.
Yeah.
It's really the guy that's got it, right? How much does he have? How aggressive does he deploy it? What's his culture? Dude, this is money Bitcoin's never seen before.
Do you think this time next year we'll see a big sponsor like a Fidelity sponsor a conference like this?
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be at different conferences.
Yeah.
They'll go to the SALT shows, Anthony Scaramucci's.
Yeah.
They'll go to maybe more high-end shows, and they'll send people here. But I think you're going to start to probably see, like that guy that you introduced me to, Adam. You know,
Adam
he's
Richard.
a big RIA, right? So, like, I would have liked to interview him. Hey, what do you do? Because I don't think most people ever meet any of these people. Like, he's a guy you'd never see in the market, right?
No.
If you're his client, but.
And he said he's going to some family office event around here.
Yeah.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he's trying to get me invited to. He said,
Okay.
you need to go to that for
yeah.
Node 40. So one thing that is very clear to me now, just do a little bit of a pitch for Node 40. This show this year regarding Node 40, the interest is off the chain. Off the chain. Because people now know, okay, I have to get my shit in order. I have to get all my reporting, all my allocation. I need to have my forensics in place so that when people come and study my books, ask me questions, I can show them I'm compliant and all my clients are compliant, right? That there's reporting and there's tools. All this obfuscation and, hide and being anonymous, that does not make for a great market.
And it's also not the market wealthy people want to be in.
The liquor industry is much bigger today that it's legal now, right?
Yeah.
It included more people.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a black market, dude. Black markets are small. Adopted market is a white market, clear, everyone able to play under the same rules. And if America wants to mess with this, Nancy Pelosi, Elizabeth Warren, Mr. Biden, Miss Harris, you guys want to mess with this, you're only screwing American citizens. This market is going to happen with or without America. And I want to just applaud Donald Trump for saying that we will not have a CBDC. And Nancy, Elizabeth Warren's grimy, dirty Indian hands, which by the way, I love Indians, she ain't one. She's going to keep her sloppy hands off my Bitcoin, and she's going to keep them off my damn wallet. So like, when was the last time you heard a politician be that firm? Like, this isn't kind of started it.
No, yeah.
He was very firm. He can't go back on that
No.
statement he made 3 days ago.
No.
So to me, it's awesome, right?
Hey, Nick, we're live right now. Do you just want to say who
Nick,
you are and
come
what
on
you
in
do
here,
real
Nick.
quick?
Let's get you pretty. Come over here, Nick. Come up right over here, Nick.
Hold the mic. Speaking to. Just give me a quick 1 minute what you do.
And then shake my hand first. Gary Cardone.
Hey, Nick.
Good to meet you, sir.
Nice
Good to meet you.
He's out of Fort Myers.
Oh, cool, man.
Well, that's
Why aren't you in?
Who do you decide?
Everybody's moving to St. Pete, dude.
Really?
Fort Myers is becoming a thing.
I'm a big fan of Fort Myers, Bonita Springs. So.
Okay, we need to have you come in though.
I love it.
Our population is going to become a monster magnet.
Okay. I'm a big fan. I consider myself Florida man. Through and
Awesome,
through, so
awesome.
Tell us about who you worked with.
Yeah, I'm Nick Carr. I'm chief strategist for Stand With Crypto. We're working to unite and coalesce the 52 million Americans together who own crypto into one voice and make sure their voices are heard.
We were just talking about that
So
subject.
Stand With Crypto. Stand With Crypto is with Coinbase. They work with Masari Crypto too. Like they're part of the whole political organization doing fundraisers. They actually led a delegation to Massachusetts. They were the first political organization to lead a congressional delegation to Massachusetts to actually educate them on what Bitcoin is. No one else had done that before. So
Very
he's
good,
actually
man.
one of the few people I think who are actually doing the work and not just talking.
I appreciate that. Well, we bring a lot of founders from a lot of states to meet with their members of Congress firsthand so they can actually show and tell the story of what it means to them, why they're building in their districts, why they employ so many people in their districts, so they understand themselves what it means to be in crypto, what it means to them, what it means for their businesses, their family, their employees. So it's really important.
Do you think that Americans, where do you think Americans are on the spectrum of interest in Bitcoin, no interest in Bitcoin, tons of interest in Bitcoin? Hey, Bitcoin could actually be a big deal. Where do you sense these 52 million? Because most of them are fairly small players, right?
Well,
Until very recently.
Well, yeah, so I would say if you go back even 2 or 4 years ago, the interest and what you saw from just the political climate or just in general in the US was so small compared to what it is now. You have presidential candidates talking about crypto, you have candidates putting it on their website firsthand, candidates accepting crypto. I mean,
you
we
only
just
have
passed.
one presidential candidate.
Who's that?
pro-Bitcoin.
Who is that? Who do you think is the most pro-Bitcoin presidential candidate?
Well, I'd say the race isn't over yet, right?
Yeah, but
so
right
I
now,
think,
who is the most clearly? There must be a dominant Bitcoin supporter.
Well, to make a plug, I'll say go to standwithcrypto.org. We have an actual scorecard of where all the candidates, all presidential candidates stand on crypto, so people can judge
Can you
themselves.
give me?
Everyone is scored.
Can
Everyone
you give
is
me
scored.
the executive summary?
Everyone is scored.
Okay, and the scoring is.
Oh, you got to go to standwithcrypto.org to check it out.
Oh,
I'm
man.
all about a CTA. So
I can't hate the game. I can't.
How about a Gary conversion, dude? Give me a little cheat sheet.
Biden has to be like a D-, and Trump has to be at least a B+.
Well, for everyone watching, I'd say go to standwithcrypto.org, check it out. You'll see the scorecard firsthand, but it's live. It's a live tracker, so
If
when
I
anyone
see
says
that
anything,
I'll tell you what I'll do. Will you bet me $10,000 that Trump isn't on the top of the list?
I'm not going to say anything until you visit standwithcrypto.org.
I got him.
To
I
visit
got
the
him.
website.
If Trump isn't,
That's
at
good.
least
That's
a
good. I
B+,
like the way you stay
I'm
on.
very upset. But do you got to go? Are we
Yeah,
running up?
I do have to hop, but if everyone's on there, not just
Yeah,
president
yeah,
candidates,
sure,
every
sure.
policymaker, and we just, of course,
Oh,
have
every
Fit
policymaker.
21.
Oh,
so a huge
hey,
vote,
let me
so-
run this one by you. How many congressmen, senators, governors, and mayors are going to wake up in 3 months, look at their fidelity, look at, you know where I'm headed, right? Look at all their multitude of investment advisors, and they're going to wake up and go, oh shit, I've got to vote for somebody in October, and I own $2 million worth of Bitcoin. Had no clue. I think they're all waking up, dude.
Well, I think we are seeing
Sorry,
now.
sir. Sorry to interrupt you.
I think we're seeing now more and more people actually care about the crypto voter is real, and I think you're seeing that firsthand. So on our website, on standwithcrypto.org, we actually score every single candidate and elected official in the U.S.
Do you show what their holdings are in the digital asset industry?
I don't think there's any way to do that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
We have all their public statements on
Ask
crypto.
them,
There
dude.
might be a way to do that.
Ask
there actually
them.
might be a way. to
Should
do
be a
that.
disclosure issue.
Yeah, they might. I think there are some.
Really?
congressmen- That'd be
I
interesting.
want to
for
hear
you guys
Elizabeth
to have-
Warren say that she hates
Some of
crypto.
them have disclosed.
She hates
So,
crypto and she owns $250,000
I
worth
got
of
his
Bitcoin.
number. We're going to be in touch, and
Yeah.
I'll be at. Are you going to the Blockchain Association event?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
Either
going
that
there.
or
I'm
I'm doing
not
the
going
Karate Combat one. I'm not doing
Well,
Coin
I'm
Center.
not going to Coin Center. I'm going to the.
Y'all are talking online.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is the way we
Let's
roll.
go.
We just drag people in
Yeah,
here.
that's
We
right.
don't-
Hey, it's nice to meet
Hey,
you.
great to
Take
meet
care.
you, man.
Hey, I'll see you
Hey,
around,
man.
boss. Hey, thanks.
Let's catch up.
We will. We
Sure,
will.
you don't need to do all this preparation. Dude.
No, well, that's why.
Just
Yeah,
pull
see how
people
easy
in.
that is. We could just
Dude,
see people.
live,
We're so
Are we
famous.
still
just.
live, man?
Yeah, we should be.
Oh shit, man.
I mean, so that.
Should I behave differently when we're live?
No, I don't think so. right?
Hey, guys,
it's
if
his
you're-
job to cut it up and edit it,
Hey,
right? That's
if
all
you
on
guys
him.
are enjoying this, could you?
If it's live, it's out there permanently.
Permanently.
If you guys
well, I
are-
mean after. I mean
If
after.
you guys are enjoying this, could you actually subscribe to the channel?
Oh yeah. How
Okay.
many viewers do we have right now?
Probably 3. My sister, my dead mother, and probably one of my wives. Damn, I'll let that motherfucker go.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show how many we have right now.
It don't matter.
He's not
dude.
even
It
watching.
don't matter.
He's not even
See,
watching
the cool
our
thing about
live.
Gary Cardone and Sam,
Thanks, Ryan.
we are going to behave as if there's 3 billion people watching us.
Yeah,
we don't care,
well,
dude.
no,
I
we
give the
don't-
same quality to 3 or 300.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
and you
who
don't
it
need
is,
to.
pretty boy.
Yeah.
Look, why you guys
Where
stick
is
me
it?
with all these
Is
pretty
this Rob?
guys, man?
Is this Rob?
My man, good to see you, dude. Good.
Rob, have my seat. Samuel Arms. You mind sitting down with the live on Gary? You just got to hold this mic to your mouth.
I have the same one.
Sam's not scared.
No, I do.
You
I
know
have
what?
this-
I was told that company only made 2 for us.
They're fucking full of shit. Flip it on your collar.
Welcome to Austin, dude.
It's changed.
A little different than last year, huh?
No, I mean, last year, it grew from when I came here. But I was talking to some guys who've lived in Austin for like 20 years. They said, I go, what's it been like? They go, everything gets more expensive, and real estate goes down.
Yeah. Keep your mic. In fact, you probably want to stick it on your
Hey. I'm like this.
because nobody heard what you just said.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Are we live right now?
Yeah. Oh, we're live. We just turned it on.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah. What's the name of your digital asset?
News.
News. So, sorry, it's hard for me to keep up with everybody.
Hey man.
We got digital asset news
How's
in
the audio?
house.
Great.
Dude, good to have you here. You look a little different than you do on TV.
Oh yeah.
Do you use I look like I hate looking at myself. I'm like, damn, dude, you're looking old. You're awesome, though. You look awesome. You have a monster following, right? Like,
It's one of those things where like, well, you know how it goes. For social
I'm not sure I
media-
do. I'm so young and new in this. I can't even keep an Instagram account up, dude.
Yeah, me too, man. It's tough to get the social media movement going, but
Yeah.
you've done a great job so far. I mean,
Thank
look,
you. How long have you been doing this? Because I want some tips from a veteran that's been doing this longer than me. I really do not know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it transparently.
you know what? If I can give anybody number one advice for that, is be transparent.
Yeah.
The problem is,
I think authenticity is going to be the commodity of the future.
yeah, like here's the thing. Like on my show, I talk about. I'm like, look, you need to, follow some rules, and the rules are, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't leave things on exchanges. Everything's a scam until proven otherwise. Don't use leverage. And the last one is take profits. Like when I got in, I started the channel in December 2019. And when people were talking about profits back then, it was blasphemy.
Yeah.
'Cause if you took profits, you were going against
Selling is a sin.
selling a sin. And I said, well, I better not talk about that. And now I talk about hey, let's be honest, Bitcoin's going to be, I personally think Bitcoin's going to be around for the long haul. And it's one of those assets that maybe you don't want to sell. Maybe you want to do some other types of loans against it. But there's some altcoins, let's be honest, they're trash. And we keep these altcoins, and it's all speculation, just like business goes, like real estate. You can only get so much, and then it goes away. So my advice for everybody is be authentic like you're doing. You did a great video where you put out where you talked about you sold your house, which for a multi-million-dollar house, and you put it into Bitcoin. And people, when they see that, they go, I like that guy. That's the guy I want to be around.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's a little bit like doing business on the blockchain. I have nothing to hide, so I don't know why I wouldn't share it. My guys tease me all the time because they're like, dude, you share your address. I'm like, dude, I have security dogs here, I have security, I have cameras, and I have weapons, so I can't hide, man.
Yeah.
Like, I see all these guys using monikers, I'm like, first, I have a twin brother that's kind of well known, so it's like, opted out.
Yeah.
But to me, this is an awesome opportunity. I've been in 4 or 5 different industries. I've met more high quality people in the last, I've been doing this maybe seriously since 20.
Yeah.
But I have met, in the last 3 or 4 years, dude, I have met so many high quality people.
Yeah.
Like people that are good people. Like even the people that, think Dogecoin or Schmogecoin, even those guys are like, there's some principle there about openness and a new world.
Right.
that's really refreshing to me.
Well, I think it's because, like, just to touch on, I think people, they get sick of the old regime, and they're trying to look at it. And we're just talking, like, I didn't catch this on audio. Austin, right?
Yeah.
Austin here, 20 years ago, I mean, houses were cheap, land was cheap, everything else is cheap. As time goes on, because of inflation, because of money printing, because of different regimes, you have everything gets spread out. Instead of growing up, we spread out, everything becomes more expensive, and the younger generation looks at this like, how the hell am I going to get ahead?
Yeah.
So when we take a look at this, people become more honest. They want to actually not just like hog up everything, but they want to have a community, and they want to make things actually happen in a good way, in a decentralized way. And that's why I think, like, you know, it doesn't matter if you're in Dogecoin, you love the community. It doesn't matter if you're in Cardone, you love the community. It doesn't matter if you're in Bitcoin, you love the community, and you want to help everybody come out. Now, there's a little toxicity out there, but that's how it is.
Yeah. Well, it's very toxic. I mean, it actually, it cost me $1 billion.
Is that it?
Yeah.
But what's a couple billion between friends?
But I mean, my point is that I think the education on introducing new people to this industry
Yes.
has been extremely poor.
Yes.
And it shows you that not all things that are decentralized are good.
Oh.
Right?
Absolutely.
Decentralization for a marketing and sales program is really poor.
Yeah.
That's where the tribes come from.
Yeah.
And like, you do not see this in normal business, guys, where there's competition, because it feels like there's competing for dollars. But the truth is, like, if you're in the credit card industry, you're not bashing your competitor all that. It's just amateur hours when
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah.
It shows you real frightened. And I came into Bitcoin going, hey, this is the holy grail of all holy grails.
Yeah.
And then why is anybody worried about Pepe? You're like, why are you so freaking worried about Pepe? Like, they have a rubber gun,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I have real guns.
Yeah.
So I have real money here. And so, do you see that fading out and changing?
I don't, like, for competition-wise.
Well, just the tribalism and the toxicity, because that's really what that is, right?
I don't know if anybody at home has an X account or a Twitter account. If you look at it, what's happening right now, you'll see that there is a little bit more of toxicity. But I think it's starting to wane a little bit, because I think people realize, like, look, we can't do everything. Here's the thing, Bitcoin can't do everything. Maybe we need a layer 2 for that. Maybe we need to build on top of that. Or maybe we have something like what Near Protocol is doing with chain abstraction and trying to get all the different chains underneath it to work together. And of course, there's an old phrase, as the tide rush in, all the boats are lifted.
All the boats rise.
And
They float so nicely.
And I got to tell you, like we look at it, like sometimes, Gary, we're like in this echo chamber, right? So we see it and we think to ourselves that everybody thinks like we do. But in reality, it's really us, the crypto digital asset people, against a lot of the world right now, trying to get the message out, and the right message out for what is Bitcoin, what is crypto, and what is digital assets. So if we can do that right, we should all be coming together and less tribalism. That's my opinion.
So I see the ETFs.
Yeah.
I see BlackRock, Fidelity, and the other big boys coming into the game as that really is going to, I think, kill the tribalism.
Did you see it coming? The Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF? Because I got to tell you, I got them both wrong.
Well, back to my Roger Ver comment, I don't know Roger, and I'm not trying to make small of him. I think any Pioneer, Max guys, or any of you guys that were here early on and you kept your money, like I'm getting ready to do an interview with a bunch of people that have been around a lot longer than I have. I'd like to know how many people actually kept it. And I think it's very small.
I know it's very small.
Okay.
Or kept it or didn't lose it.
Or didn't lose it, or is not going to get in trouble for it. Because that's 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason I use Roger Ver, I don't think anybody would have predicted the United States government would grab a guy in Spain without a U.S. passport. Okay, that's one deal.
Yeah.
Woo! Talk about reach. Second one, if Roger Ver would have understood that that Bitcoin was going to be worth $2 trillion, we're definitely headed to $2 trillion.
Yeah.
If he ever would have thought that, he would have never made a $50 million mistake.
Yeah.
And all his emails that exposed him, they would have all been honest emails.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody understood this game. That's why me coming in 3 years ago, I think I'm going to get the biggest return for the least amount of work relative to everyone else, the least amount of time, and the least amount of risk. And I won't lose mine.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually treating it like it's $1 million of Bitcoin.
And see, it's interesting you say that, because a lot, like, this is the sentiment that I feel and I hear and I see. And the sentiment is, I missed the boat on Bitcoin. The sentiment is, it's already gone up so much. The sentiment is, well, now, I mean, it might go up to 100K and that's it. But I think that people are underestimating it, just like I did in 2017, just like I did in 2021, just like I think some of us are doing it right now. Just by you saying, I'm going to sell my house, I'm going to go into it, I think there was a story that just came out which took a look at the institutions that are actually backing and buying up Bitcoin on their balance sheet to back themselves up. And then we've had, 3 different presidential candidates come out and say, even President Trump a couple of days ago said, hey, how can we, and he was talking to David Bailey from CoinDesk, to say, hey, how can we back this up for the American money system? So like, if we take a look at that, and right now our total market cap is what, 2.7, and you said like 1.5 trillion, somewhere around there. I think we're
the
a bit
entire
small
crypto
potatoes.
industry is about the size of NVIDIA.
Yeah, it is. And then if we take a look at all the different asset classes out there, I mean, gold, 11.5 trillion, why couldn't we take another 10% of that? We take a look at the stock market at 34 trillion, 36 trillion, global stock market 120 trillion, real estate at 328 trillion, and then of course, debt, which is over $400 trillion. I think if we take that piece, I think more people should be like you, Gary, and maybe just be like, I think we haven't hit anything yet.
Yeah, no, I would actually, I think, not to be argumentative, I just met you just recently, so I don't want to feel like I'm being argumentative, but I don't even think that you need to take anything. Like my calculation on $1 million doesn't assume that you get flow from equity. This is a very finite, and I know who started this theory. Hey, we're going to take it all from equities and pensions, and what if all the real estate that's making distributions, those distributions don't buy more real estate while the real estate's collapsing? They literally take the distributions and turn that fiat into what I consider to be the best mining operation on planet Earth. Mine fiat, burn it into Bitcoin immediately, and rock and roll and leave it, let it do its shit for 4 years, and then you can reassess. Yeah. The distributions alone from anything, private equity, more billionaires are made building companies like I've built my whole career than real estate. People are getting all jacked up on how many millionaires are made in real estate. Dude, how many billionaires have been made building companies? Yeah. Bitcoin is that. Right. No employees. No human error. No maintenance. Yeah. Nobody can grab anything, dude. Yeah. I get to decide how I store it, whether I give it to a bank to hold or whether I hold it myself. Right. It's unbelievable. It never goes bad. It cannot be destroyed by a hurricane or wind damage. Right. And I can't have an insurance company keep jacking my damn rates up.
It's one of those things, and then like we talk about ownership. That was the big piece, because people say, well, with real estate you really own it. Like, well, do you really? Because let me tell you right now,
dude, it's not even a real world asset. It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper.
It's a derivative contract.
And then, unless you have some kind of other type of contract, or you are a disabled veteran in certain places, you're paying tax on that for the rest of your existence.
Or you're not going to keep it.
Exactly right. So like when we talk about like what's really owned, well, I own my car. Like, do you really?
Do you?
Because every year you're going to have to re-up for that sticker, and you have to get insurance. So
what's your insurance cost you, man?
These days, well, in Puerto Rico, it doesn't cost too much. It's like it's about $120 a month or so.
A month?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a lot when you look at the lease is $800 or the note's $800, right? I mean, I went on a date the other night. Girl's got a nice little car in the front yard. I'm like, hey, by the way, what did that cost you? Yeah. It's $800 a month, so she couldn't buy it.
Shit, that's a lot of money.
Okay, $800, 4 or 5 year rental. I said, so it's $950, right? She's like, $950. I said, yeah, dude, you have to insure that car too. Yeah. Okay, and if you get a ticket, insurance goes up. If you don't make the payment, they're going to come grab the car
Yeah.
Like it's a 950. How much do you make? I make $4,000. Oh my God, dude! You're taking home 3,500.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. If you're
Okay.
lucky.
You're taking 4,000 if you don't pay your taxes.
Yeah.
And then you give up almost 1,000 a month, 1/4 to drive a piece of shit of a car.
Yeah.
Like you should have gone and bought a 1965 vehicle and been cool with it. Because
And
we're
it's
not
built it
going
up.
on a date in your car anyway. Like that's, you know, it's bizarre, dude. And people say, I need to own it. I'm staying at the Four Seasons. When I invite you to have a drink with me at the Four Seasons, you're gonna
we're
walk.
talking.
You're gonna walk in and go, well, do you own the hotel? I do.
No, it's not
Wouldn't
happening.
expect me to own the hotel.
Well,
right?
well, Gary, maybe you.
That would be a bad trade for me.
That's a bad. You know what?
Compared to Bitcoin, owning a hotel is stupid.
I will tell you this. As much as we're into Bitcoin, we're into digital assets, things like that. I got to tell you, like, we did a purchase, me and the wife, and got down to Puerto Rico, bought our house, bought a couple of pieces of property. One of the condos that we bought in, good place, right by the beach, nice little individual place. So we put in, $300K. Not bad. Right?
Yeah.
2020. So buy it outright, $300K. You know how much Bitcoin was in 2020? You know where we'd be right now?
How much is that worth today?
So think of it this way.
What year was this?
This was 2020.
2020?
So about 10K. Around
Yeah,
9
I
or
would
10K.
go. I was going to run 8 because I did the same scenario. What's that house worth today in Bitcoin terms?
Oh my. Well.
Converted into U.S. dollars.
So you're talking about. Well, here's the thing. In dollars, it went up 70K. So it's 370K. And in Bitcoin, if you could buy 10 for 300, you're looking at what? 30 Bitcoin,
Yeah.
something like that. And 30 times 6. So you're looking at millions, almost $2 million. So like when you were talking about with the real estate, you're dead on.
Yep.
And I didn't even see it until later on because I was doing a show where I showed everybody as far as a DCA tool, and I go, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I just didn't do the right trade.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know about the right trade, but maybe you had 300 that you could deploy. I mean, I don't really look at the deal I didn't do. It's just I learn as I go.
Yeah.
Look, you saw me sell a house for $2.5 million, but I live in a house that bought it the same time you did.
Yeah.
And I invite everyone over to this home. First off, I don't own that home. The bank owns it.
Yeah.
They gave me 100% loan to value. Well, they gave me 120.
All right, there we go.
That's stupid, right?
Yeah.
Had I deployed that money in 2020, if you ever come to my house, hey, does this look like a $72 million home to you? And you're gonna be like, huh?
Excuse me?
It's nice, dude,
Yeah.
but it is not $72 million. That's life altering. I tried to get my old partner from the plastic credit card fraud business.
Yeah,
Said,
yeah.
hey, look, I'll sell you a put option. I want you to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet.
Okay,
You have
okay.
$12 million sitting on the balance sheet. I want you to put half of it on the balance sheet, and I'll sell you a put option at 38.
That nice?
Nobody said yes. I'm like, wow. Now, I would have been buried on that, right? It went down to 16.5. Everybody's looking at me like, you're an idiot.
Uh-huh.
Her balance sheet today will be 40 or 50 million dollars, right? If you're and you had somebody willing to sell you the put option, so to protect her, all I asked for was, hey, I want 20% of the ups,
Yeah.
because I still own the company at the time.
Yeah, so it's perfect.
And they passed on it. That one deal could have saved this business.
Well, let me ask you this.
It's not too late,
Well,
by the way. I don't think it's not too late, but that
Yeah.
was a big trade for people just to poo-poo on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. How many people poo-pooed on that one? But do you think now with the Bitcoin ETF and everybody realizing who has what on the balance sheets, that those type of deals would actually be like, you know what, I will take that. So I like where Bitcoin's going, especially with the institutions going a certain way.
Yeah.
The banks, the Wells Fargo, the JP Morgans, the equity funds. What do you think?
They're going to hypothecate everything, dude. Everything's going to be, it's going to be awesome.
Well, let's hope so. I'd like to see that.
Look, there are going to be people that get busted up.
Yeah.
I think the token guys, the guys all playing the casino, they get taken out first. Like they're going to be ripped into shreds, man. The professionals that are coming to this game, they are animals, dude. They've never had the charter before to do this.
Yeah, and now
These are like assassins these are 007 agents, dude. They have a license to destroy anything that's naked.
Do you see anybody getting into like the more risky altcoins, more risky meme coins, stuff like that, or you think?
Dude,
that
I'm
people
surprised people keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like if you can't give me a dozen people that made a shitload of money and held it on Bitcoin, can you give me a bunch of these people? I've met one guy that made a bunch of money on Dogecoin.
Yeah.
And kept it.
No. Yeah, I can introduce you to a ton of people who made money.
And kept it.
But they didn't keep
Oh,
it.
well, keeping it's all that matters.
I
I had sex once with a woman, but I didn't have sex twice. So, what am I really bragging about, right? I mean, I was married, but I couldn't hold on to it. So, well, no, really.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, no, but it's just part of life. You're not going to win on every trade. To me, that's what makes a great champion. A guy that can take a monster hit and still come back. The guy like this BitBoy guy, the guy that had the TV show.
Yeah.
Like I'm impressed with a guy that he can bounce like this, bounce back. I don't take that away from him.
Yeah.
Like I at least say his survival instincts are fairly high. Now it seems like his destroy myself instincts are also very high.
Yeah.
Right, but he is like moving, and that's to me, he's not getting. Maybe he is getting stuck, but maybe that's a bad example. But I think I can admire anyone, especially the people that get knocked down hard, and then they get up.
Yeah, and especially like people don't understand that. I mean, you, Gary, things are looking good, right? Behind the scenes, maybe there's something going on, a battle that you're fighting that you don't want to talk about.
Totally.
You don't want to tell anybody. And it's the same thing with the people that we meet in these types of conferences. It's the same thing we meet as people. That's okay. We meet online. It's the same thing that we meet people like the BitBoy has.
Yeah.
Who knows what battles he has behind the scenes? And that's
We all have demons, man. Everybody's got demons, and some more than others. I'm grateful for the demons I have. When I started doing this, I made a decision. I'm like, okay, I can't keep part of the closet closed.
Yeah.
This is going to be either I'm very open. I was in Miami recently in front of somebody that's got a lot of followers, big celebrity.
Yeah.
And I went outside to smoke a cigarette in the hotel. He said, hey, I want one too. I said, okay, cool, here you go, dude. He's like, no, let's go back here. And I'm like, bro, what are we going back? I don't want anybody to see me smoking. I will not do that.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. Okay.
You got.
I don't want to be dressing in a window on a main street in London, man. Like I need authenticity.
We need authenticity.
I'm not perfect. I don't look at Van Gogh's work today and go, wow, he was mentally unstable. I'm not paying anything for his art.
Right.
Really, we are so judgmental of people today.
Well, I mean, I think it's because we're ingrained into it, right? I mean, we're always looking for clues. Even like projects right now, we'll look at and we'll say, well, how big is this and what is the price appreciation? Because that is like a confirmation bias. The problem is looking behind those projects to see, okay, who's building, who's doing all these great things. So here's, hey, how's it going? But it's hard to tell that because you have to look at the big picture. And that's where
Yeah, you got to go a little bit deeper than just the surface. I agree with you, man.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy.
You predicting a good outcome for the show?
It's way bigger than what I remember last year. I got to tell you, when I came, either last year or year before last, I came here for about an hour or 2 hours, and I go, I've seen everything I need to see.
Yeah, that's the same with me, dude. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a waste.
Yeah, and I call up some friends who live in Austin. I go, you guys still playing volleyball? I'll meet you at the sand courts. And I played that. I drank beers.
Is that your game?
Yeah.
Volleyball?
Pretty fun time.
Pro,
yeah.
Did you go pro or?
No, I played in college. I was too short. I was a setter. But these days,
he thinks he's too short.
As I get older, I'm just trying to maintain, just kind of make it out there.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm in my 50s. We'll say.
Oh wow, man, dude! I would have said 42.
Well, like this doesn't help, and then as I
figured you died that just to make it look more like me. Good getting to know you better.
I knew what's going on the show.
Really good getting to know you better.
Yes.
Anything I can do to help, really okay. I think this is a collaboration play.
Well, I mean, we had you on once, Gary. We got to have you on again because I wanted to dig into you to talk about where the conviction came from to go, Bitcoin sounds good. okay, I've done my research and I understand it much, much better, to going, I'm selling my $1 million house. Because to me, even I don't have that. I didn't have that conviction in that short amount of time. I must have missed something.
It's really interesting. Are you still recording or not? Yeah. It's very interesting because I think my conviction is higher than most anyone else's in the industry. I think it's because I've formed so many startups.
Yeah.
And I've been in markets that were really big, like the energy space, when they did not want me there. Yeah. Then the credit card, they didn't want me there. And I'm seeing the exact same behavior from the naysayers. The response is emotional. It has nothing to do with logic. And when I see that, I'm like, okay, you guys are doing the same thing that allowed me to retire when I was 40. Okay? Everybody told me I was going to lose my life.
Yeah.
And so, like, even with my twin brother, I'm looking at him and, dude, why are you having a hard time understanding this? The truth is, the industry really poorly represents what it is.
Yes.
Horrific. January the 11th, that ended, man.
Yeah.
That ended.
Yeah.
I think some of the purists may not like that ended, but we'll come full circle. See, my deal is, dude, buy it on Coinbase, buy it from a friend, buy it on Binance, Kraken. I don't care how you get this shit. Buy it in an ETF, store it however the hell you like.
This is the thing.
However you like, and then people will learn more.
There's a way that it's gonna be, and there's the way that it could be. And the thing is, like with this, is like, look, I know people want it to be this way. Cold storage, off exchanges, never touch it, right? That's the way that it is. But the way that it's gonna be is cold storage, exchanges, ETF, hot wallets, exchange storage, layer 2 solutions. That's the way it's gonna be. The way it's gonna be, the way it ought to be. And that's just how it is.
I think if you want global adoption, you can't start saying, well, it has to be a certain way. You know, Baskin Robbins offered 31 flavors.
And now?
They didn't offer 2. There isn't any ice cream people that survive 2.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly right.
It's just, plus, you can't look at me and go, hey, dude, you're going to lose all your Bitcoin. First off, I haven't fucking lost any Bitcoin. You guys lost the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you mispriced it. But secondly, you're basically telling me that 75% of my illiquid wealth is getting ready to be robbed from me. And over my existence, that's never happened to me, man. Now, I don't live in Russia. I don't live in the Ukraine. I didn't live in Greece. It may happen to me, but it so far has never happened to me where a bank would steal my money.
You know what? But it's the same thing about like an older generation. There's a term called golden handcuffs I just heard about.
Yep.
And I find it disrespectful that we have our elderly population who have lived the American dream, bought the house, own it. Now they're like, okay, well, I got to pay $900 a month. And of course, I had to pay X amount every single year, and I can't move anywhere. Even if I sold my house to go someplace else and downsize, it's not even work out. I think that's the problem. So losing wealth is a big thing.
Yeah. Well, look, anytime I would love to go on the show, have a deep. Hey, how did you get this convicted?
It's an open invite, Gary.
Yeah, love it, man. Thank you so much. Have a great show, okay, man?
Who do you got next?
No idea. I just do what I'm told.
That's what I do, man. I'm like, well, fuck it. I got to be here. I got to go there. I got to go to Galaxy right now and talk to these guys.
Do you know Mike? I've been trying to get a hold of Mike for. Oh, that.
This is what my partner said. They're like, Novogratz? Like,
oh yeah, right.
And they go, don't fucking go to Novogratz. I'm like, oh,
really? Why?
These guys.
He's going to be a player, dude.
Yeah.
Can't take it away from him.
No, we're just going to make a long time. Now we're at a meeting with Brave, the browser this morning. Did you ever play a stupid game called Flappy Bird back in the day? Stupid game. Had hundreds of millions of downloads, something like that. So what we're doing is we purchased the IP rights, and we're going to bring it back Web 2, Web 3. And we're going to partner with Brave and Telegram. That's what. Now I got to go talk.
That's huge.
Yeah, right.
Flappy Bird was massive in my day in high school.
It was like the biggest thing for like a month, and then it just got taken down. So
I think they got sued by Nintendo, right?
Yeah, he did, because the fucking guy who made these pipes looked just like Super Mario Brothers. So
Yeah.
of course he gets sued. Anyhow, yeah, but he was from Thailand. His name was Dong Phan. And he's like, I made my money, so he just shut it down. We wanted to work with us. We got the IP rights, and we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, I got to get out of here, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
Gary?
Great to see you, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nice guy.
So we're still live.
Yeah.
If you want, we could show the audience a little bit of consensus.
Yeah,
or
sure.
We can end it.
Yeah, no, we can do that. Do you guys want to see consensus? Come on, let's go see it. You want to walk out or?
Meet these guys
Oh,
real
just they won't. Yeah, yeah.
Are you done with the live? No more live?
No, we're still live. You guys want to go live? Daniel, Gary Cardone.
Brent Fisher.
Hey,
Nice
Brent,
to
good to
meet
meet you, man.
Hey, Steve. Can Gary-
Hey, Steve, good to meet you. Gary Cardone.
So Daniel runs Flux Network, and so I went to his conference in Fort Lauderdale, spoke about passing the anti-CBDC bill. With his conference, I met like half of the influencers that I know now, like the crypto, Bitcoin, blockchain influencers. So really awesome guy, big Trump supporter. And then Brent Fisher, I've known him for like 7-10 years.
2017 we met.
Before Blockspace's Gaming Rosa even got started.
I was
he
the person,
just
that's the
some-
one who gets my wife adjusts him. So I get a text 2 days ago. She goes, hey, there's this guy Brand, he's going to Consensus. I was like, okay, I'll make sure I have him meet Gary.
She won't adjust me anymore.
Yeah.
Found me too sexy. Said I can't do this in front of my husband anymore. I can
My
take
wife
an
come
off
home, it's like,
out of
"I have to
hours
touch your
appointment,
boss
Ashley. I have a massage table at my house where your husband works during the day.
How'd the live go? The live's nice, right? I thought.
Dude, I don't know why we asked, do we want to go live or not?
Let's
Let
do
me
it.
just go
So
live.
the CEO of Helium is over there. I actually really want to do that.
No
That
idea
would
what
be very
helium's
cool.
doing. They just throw me into all these.
So completely permissionless, ran by regular people all over the world.
Some regular people that talk regular stuff.
Yeah,
Wow.
regular
Fucking
stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, 13,000 nodes. We run 28,000 applications. We have customers like Dish Network.
What's up, guys? So I know
We just got like a quick intermission. Hey, Graham, you want to come say hi?
We actually
This is a friend that I actually made on TikTok. Tell us
What's the
what's
end
your TikTok
goal,
page
man?
and your
What's-
Twitter.
what's
Just
the
give
end
yourself a
product
shout out.
we're
So my
delivering
Twitter
for these
is
guys?
Graham Glam,
issue right now.
and it's like
It's actually an
Unchained
opportunity.
6 something.
We're in a digital gold rush.
And you're a big fan of what crypto? What's your favorite crypto?
My favorite one
Shortage
is
on chipsets,
XDC.
shortage on
but-
everything.
XCC, which is a derivative
It's gonna
of
be hard
that's
to
like
come
the
by
XRP
for
people
the
too.
Entry level,
kind
mid-tier,
of,
and
it's
even
in
to
the
the
same,
enterprise.
like,
What we do is we take regular people that have graphics cards in their home.
But I met her when I first started my TikTok like a while ago, and then I saw her in person, which is funny because this is why you come to some of these conferences, because they're kind of badass. Because I was like, oh, I know you. I've seen you online, and now this is my first time seeing you in person. So who are we going to interview? Because we have, does Gary still have his lapel on?
He put the power in the hands of the people, the mining.
Oh, so you want me to-
the same thing, but it's computer resources.
How big?
Okay.
How big's the group?
I might actually just hand this off to Daniel.
You raise money?
Yeah, we're getting ready to.
You haven't raised money. That's good, man. How long y'all been in?
7 years.
Do you want to talk about any of this live?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I have no secrets.
I'm a huge fan of yours.
Oh, thank you, man. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hold this and just keep talking.
Got it.
Here, let's put it on here because your hands are like mine. You're going to start moving your hands and then forget.
I'm very handsy.
I know. That's okay. That's good. Daniel Keller, guys, from Influx Technologies. He said he was a big fan of mine. I said,
Yes.
"Oh, let's stick a camera on you then, dude."
Yes, absolutely.
So back up. You were telling me what Influx does. This is what I heard so far. You've been around 7 years. You have 72 people, and you haven't raised any money. I like it already. Okay. He's actually built something. He has real clients, and he didn't go out and raise a bunch of money. He's paying for these 72 people somewhere. You cannot like pretend like you're paying people.
No, it's a real
You
deal.
have to pay people. It's like owning a jet. Like you can't play that.
Yeah.
So what does Influx do since you haven't raised any money, and then what's getting ready to happen?
So essentially what we've really concentrated, we wanted to be different from everyone else. Let's face it, like 99% in crypto is fluff. It's bullshit. You know, you either have, I got a token and I have a concept. Flux is, we built the
When you
product.
say you're basically saying, hey, these are businesses that have an idea,
Yes.
but there's no execution
No
between
execution.
today and that idea. I agree with you.
White paper, minimum viable project.
Maybe a white paper.
Yeah, maybe a white paper. So what we did for the past 7 years was we identified an issue. We're in a gold rush right now, and digital gold rush.
Digital gold rush.
With AI, rendering, compute resources. There's a big difference between the have and have-nots, and Flux really fits that paradigm shift because it allows regular, everyday, normal people who have nice computers and meet our benchmarks to give compute resources back.
So my sister's in Lake Charles, Louisiana. She's got a graphics card in her computer. What, a couple $1,000 computer?
Yeah.
And you're offering her an opportunity to do what?
Provide that to the network, just like you would do mining with cryptocurrency.
Right.
And they would be able to do rendering, AI, edge compute, everything. And she'd be paid for that. So you think of it this way, take AWS and take AWS out of the equation. You put it back into the hands of the people. So it's what made Bitcoin great.
I was going to use that as an analogy. It's really the Bitcoin mining,
We're
running.
We're a fork of Bitcoin.
Okay.
Proof of work product, completely decentralized. Everything we've built on the platform, because we've had to take Web 2 stuff that was centralized, like decentralized two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
We had to build a decentralized version, because we don't want Google controlling it. So for the past 7 years, we've built it out, and now is the time that we're ready to go. I mean, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
And you generate revenue today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He must generate revenue because he's paying 72 people.
Yeah.
And he hasn't funded it yet.
Yeah.
Unless he's inherited billions of dollars.
Well, Gary, we did that on purpose, and I'll tell you why. Is we didn't want to get into this locked-in VC scenario where it changed the direction of our project. We're cypherpunks at heart. We believe that this should be open to all. And if you get a VC in there early where they want, hey, we're going to take a board seat, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Bottom line is, Flux is open source, it's permissionless, anybody can use it, and Google uses the old adage, don't be evil, they got rid of it. That used to be their little tagline.
Yeah.
Ours is don't be evil again.
I like that.
Yeah.
Man. Don't be evil again. When are you going to raise money?
We're in the process right now of looking at our Series A. So I mean, right now as it stands, we've been holistically funded and RevGen. But now we're looking to definitely raise some money to push us over the top. We were even accepted to the NVIDIA Inception program, and NVIDIA hates everybody with GPUs. But we were able to work with them.
Why do they?
Well, they don't like miners. They like the AI side, but the miners not so much. So we were able to kind of slide in there and showcase our product and say, look, you have a whole untapped market of resources.
Totally, yep. Man. Where do you see this market going? In fact, not the market, but where do you see Influx in 7 years from now?
7 years from now?
7 years, by the way, okay? If you've never built a private company, 7 years is a long time. This man has had many lonely,
sleepless nights.
2 o'clock in the morning,
yes.
On the airplane, after the convention, exhausted, not knowing what the fuck he's really doing, trying the best he can. His wife's bitching that he's not going on enough holidays.
Yes.
Does this sound familiar?
Yes.
If you think you want to be an entrepreneur, think twice, okay? Because most of you guys, with all due respect, you're not fit for it. You need to work for a guy like this. So if you're constipated, you don't have the great job that you really want, dude, reach out to this guy, okay? He wants to hire great people. He may not pay you $300,000 a year because you don't know anything, but he'll probably bring you on the team, train you, and then because nobody has any training in this field.
No,
you ain't got to go to college, right?
Yeah.
So just want to do a plug for people being able to get.
Absolutely.
There's millions of jobs here.
Oh, absolutely.
And if we talk to the politicians differently, instead of, hey, we're going to bust the Fed wide open, bro, how about 2 million jobs?
Yeah,
that would be high-paying jobs, okay?
Yep.
And careers.
Yes.
Because if you spent 5 years in the digital asset industry, that's what I call it. I think it's a better name. Dude, you will be an expert.
Yeah.
I'm going to be an expert in this field.
Yes.
I just don't need to blow my legs off.
Yeah.
And make a big mistake. So 7 years,
yes.
You've been in it, lonely. I got it. I've done so many of these. What's the next 3 to 7 years look like?
So I think we're right on that digital gold rush right now. So I think over the next 2 years, I think you're definitely going to see us ramp up our Flux Edge, which is our AI component, rendering, so on and so forth. I think you'll see our Flux Cloud deployment as well. Really, It comes down to this, Gary. Amazon, when they were in the basement and they were building a framework to sell books, everybody thought they were insane. But we spent 7 years building a framework where it doesn't matter what you lay on top of it, you can deploy it. So whether you have games,
So everything is a book.
everything is a book.
Imagine everything is now a book or a
Yes.
piece of music,
Yes.
right?
So you can, with Flux, you start looking at, okay, Bitcoin was more financial. Flux is medical, supply chain management, real world assets. You know, it's hard for you to say that you're in crypto or decentralized or DeFi if AWS goes down and your project goes down. So it doesn't work like that. So, and that's really where Flux comes into play. So I think we're going to be a big player in the space. I'm targeting 1% of global compute, which is a huge number and continues to go up. We can't build enough data centers, Gary, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's right.
So
it's really a race for data centers and data.
yeah. And the thing about the data centers, it's the power. So what we're doing is we're sharding that network out, so there's no
For the audience, what does shard mean?
So break it into pieces and just send it everywhere.
Like a piece of glass gets ripped into.
And then sends it all over the globe.
Yeah.
So we have a game server running. You know, there's a kid in, Utah who's gaming on a server that's running in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Like it's headless gaming servers like that. So it does a little bit of everything, but it's real. You know, and I tell anybody that's listening to this, go check it out, run on flux.io. It's the real deal. It runs today. You can deploy game servers, front ends, back ends, you name it. You can do it today. No pie in the sky.
What, your Series A you talked about, what kind of money are you looking at raising?
About 50 million.
50 million?
Yeah.
50 million in cash?
Yeah,
And what kind of valuation does that look like without shooting yourself?
Yeah, I don't want to shoot myself.
Okay, no problem.
My CFO's somewhere like going like this, ready to choke me.
CFOs never execute on anything, so
yeah, I know, right?
You're the guy. Love you, CFO, but in all honesty.
Yes, it's true. And really, honestly, what that's going to do is help propel us into, we've already talked with some really large data centers and really large folks that want to utilize their excess compute.
Investors in you would be like people that have a lot of long compute and they're tired of dealing with AWS and giving all their energy away, right?
Yes.
Is that, am I getting it?
Yep, and resellers. And
That's a great ARB, dude.
Yeah. Look, bottom line is this. If you deploy a server on AWS today, regular entry-level server, about $135 a month. You deploy it on Azure, about $175. You deploy it on Flux, $11.
Whoa.
We've shattered the paradigm. No egress costs.
Speaking
no
of
hidden
shard.
costs. Yeah, and people
That's
are like,
awesome, man.
how can you do that? Because the people that are mining the asset and building it out, they're the ones that are providing the compute resources.
They're getting the $11. You're not dealing with monopoly. You said 72,000 nodes?
We have 13,000 nodes.
13,000 nodes. So you got 13,000 people making money on Influx.
Yes, sir.
Very, very interesting. You guys are in Salt Lake?
No, we're in. We're based out of the UK. We're global.
Okay.
We have no.
Are you in the UK?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why in the UK?
Regulations, man. Like they're very forward thinking with data.
All those VAT issues.
Well,
I spent 14 years in England.
We have a U.S. company too, but I would like to have it here, but the U.S. needs to get off their ass and figure out regulation. They start talking about.
Hey, look, I'm doing a deal for Trump. I think the 25th. Like, whatever you think or don't think about him, like, love your support. He is going firm in this, okay? Like,
yes, absolutely.
He has made some very strong comments. And I think the crypto industry needs to now realize, hey, look, Mr. Kennedy is not coming to the party. It's not going to happen. You guys are voting for something that it's a little bit like using Bitcoin to buy potato chips. You're not going to use your vote that way, okay? That's dumb.
Yes, it is.
They do not buy potato chips with Bitcoin. It's just stupid.
I know.
Okay, like I don't care how long you've been here. It's dumb and dumb.
Yeah.
Unless the merchant gives you a 20 or 30% discount, why would you use the most perfect money on the planet and then pay the exact same price to the merchant who's going to give 8% to Visa and MasterCard?
Yes.
And you give him your Bitcoin, and he's going to sell the fucking Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude.
Well, it
Don't-
changes the whole mentality that we're used to. We're in a debt-based society. Like everything's,
That's not going to change.
but it will start to make us think longer when we start to see an asset that appreciates like Bitcoin.
Agree.
people
I
start
agree
to-
with that.
I mean, because like my kids, they don't save nothing. You know, I gave them some.
Well, they don't know nothing.
Yeah, true. I gave them some Bitcoin one time 7 years ago, and they watch it, and they watch it, and they watch it, and they save it, and they're like, they're so protective of it.
Thank you, man.
Because now they start to understand that like this is an appreciative asset. This
Yeah,
isn't,
right.
you know,
Versus
yeah,
everything else.
Yeah, everything else is getting wiped out.
Did you
And
make a rule you can't sell it?
I told them to do what they want with it, but
Wow, dude.
but none of them have sold it. And as a matter of fact, they've all started leveraging. They do like weekly buys, so they continue to keep topping it up, dollar cost
How
average.
old are you kids?
27, 24, 22,
Gets the bet and
19,
Oh my goodness, man.
and 2 18-year-olds.
dude, he's
6
a,
kids total.
He's a well done to your wife. Well done to your family. Though.
Yeah.
You're the best dad I've heard all week. You've gotten your kids into Bitcoin and you're educating them without shoving it down their throat.
Yep.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah,
That is really, really cool.
yeah.
I'm scared to give any Bitcoin to my kids. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude.
They got enough. They got
They're
enough.
teenagers. I don't think they understand enough. You
They
know,
got
the-
enough to be dangerous, man. That's what it is. So, and they've done really well with it. But I think that is a microcosm of like the bigger issue. Is I think this generation now realizes I can't buy a house. My money goes way less farther than
No
I
one
already
can buy a
had.
house.
Nobody can buy anything, right? So they're finally to the point where they're like, you know what? There has to be a better way. There needs to be a better way. And I've always said there's going to be adoption by attrition or necessity. And now we're at necessity.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
That's a very good way to look at it.
you know.
Did you ever predict all this money was going to be walking into this market?
Well, I've been in it since 2012, and I was just telling my friend, the first Bitcoin conference I ever went to had 10 people there.
Wow.
And you walk in here and you're like,
This is happening.
it blows your mind. It really blows your mind.
Yeah,
It does. So,
it's a journey, right? It's a lot of books are going to be written about this. I think some horror stories too.
did you play in the .com boom? Okay,
yeah,
so you
yeah, I
did.
did. I mean, I lost a shitload of money
Yeah. So I think like
because I was on the edge. See, I was in energy and I was seeing all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that. And this is where I learned unit bias. Berkshire Hathaway stock was $8,000. The preferred A was $8,000, and I'm like, I'm gonna go buy wiggle because it's 2001 and it's only $80. I'm gonna make a bunch of money because
Yeah.
I'm not paying $8,000. You know what wiggle is worth today? I can't
Nada.
even remember the name.
Yeah.
It was such a bad deal.
Yeah.
What's Berkshire Hathaway? My unit bias
Oh,
insanity.
God.
It's at 617,000.
Yeah.
That would have made me $17 million, dude.
Oh my God, man.
Huh?
Yeah.
You look at NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have now a pathway. This is happening. It's going to
Yes,
happen in Bitcoin.
it's gonna happen.
Exactly. It's just going to track all
Yeah.
of this. So this unit bias thing, I lost millions of dollars punting on exactly the same way these guys. Oh, it has tokenomics and it has utility. I'm like, it doesn't have any customers, dude. Can't
Yeah.
have a utility if it doesn't have a customer.
That's exactly right.
Okay, I mean, well, my gun.
If you don't know what the
my
product
gun has
is,
the-
you're the product.
You're the product.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
If you don't know what the product is, you are the product.
Yep.
That's a great one, man.
Yep.
Well, congratulations to you. Good luck.
Awesome.
And off the record, I'd like to know what you're going to raise that money for, but not raise it for. What kind of valuations you're seeing in the market? The reason I ask, there are companies here that raised money 3 years ago. They raised too much, and they raised it at stupid valuations. There's going to be a chapter of
Down round.
40 or 50 companies. I don't think down rounds. I think they're impossible rounds.
Really?
Well, when you raise $167 million on $1.8 billion valuation with $5 million of revenue, and then the market goes down,
Yeah.
all the management, your entire management team is long $1.7 billion call options, stock options, right? Cardone shows up just as you're raising the money and build a company, and my stock options are at 50, and we do exactly the fucking same thing you do, in fact, better. So you can be too early, you know that, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
You might have been a little early. 7 years, ooh, could have. You know, I mean, you can be too early, man, and you can raise too much money. It's stupid, Val.
Yeah.
The valuations that hem you in, you can't do anything.
We turned down so many. I mean, when that frothiness, I mean, even SBF was like after us to try to invest and stuff like that.
Sure, dude.
So, I mean, it was hard to turn all that. I mean, just say, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This isn't the time. This isn't where we need to be. And thank God we didn't, because we're in the perfect spot.
Well,
where
you
we
look
need to
like
be.
somebody that's pretty disciplined too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is my lane. Like, that's a great lesson. If you've been an entrepreneur, stay in your lane, dude.
Yes, sir.
And when you're an entrepreneur, it's really easy to get the old rubbernecker. You know, I watch all these
Bright
guys
and
on.
shiny.
Oh, bright and shiny, the shiny object syndrome. That's what I
It
call
is,
it.
yeah.
People talk about imposter syndrome. Like, how about the shiny object syndrome?
Yeah.
That kills more people than imposter.
Amen. Amen.
Great to meet you, man.
Great to meet you.
Congratulations.
Brian. Thank you
to
very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. You don't want me walking off of that. Can I grab a picture with you real
Oh,
quick?
sure you can, man. We'll send you this too. Yeah, absolutely. Here, these guys will take it for you. I'll give you my details too. Make sure
All
you
right, good.
reach out to me.
Absolutely.
All right, there you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
brother.
pleasure,
Really do
man.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Dude, that's really good. 72 people, and you haven't raised money. That's.
Yeah.
What do you think you're gonna want to go out at? Do you have an advisor? We're not taping, right?
We have an advisor. I think we're about 14 right now. It's not bad. Shout them out.
All right, Lamy Fabrio, thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate it. We're going to take you guys out onto the consensus floor so you can see the action. Fist over keyboard, smartest people in the industry are here. Really exciting stuff. I think we're going to meet up with the CEO of Helium, talk with them. But yeah, Gary's going to probably just do his thing on the floor. So we'll see you guys in a little bit.
I've been trying to attack him for an hour already.
Oh, you're Gary. Yes, ma'am. Okay, 1, 2, cheese.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're ready.
2 seconds.
Hey, come on.
How you doing? How are you? Thank you. Token.
Look at this.
We do gaming for kids and for adults, and they earn cryptocurrency as they play the game. They never have to actually invest the money. So the ad revenue that comes in from it, we give a portion of that back to the gamers. And that's what we do. So right now we have a great coin. I would love for you to get involved with it.
Is it called Bitcoin?
It's called Bull Token, which is very
I
close.
tell you what, when I have Bitcoin pouring out of my ears and every other orifice, I'm going to look at some other tokens.
Talk about not
Until
just
then,
10x. This will
I'm
be
still 500 or 600 Bitcoin away from being full. So I need to be bleeding out my back end.
What percentage is that? What are you going for? 5%? What is that?
Don't know, man.
2% of the whole
I'll let
supply?
you do the math. But,
1%?
So I think it would be about a 10x, 1,000x with this particular token. Yeah.
sounds like one of the girlfriends I had once.
I'm telling you. You find the right one, right?
We're already on iPhone.
I think I was
if you
trying
wanna
to
play
tell
our
them
game.
a different story.
iPhone ready.
No, believe it or not. Why don't you show them our actual
We have a
game?
live tournament
Listen,
right now.
listen. I will be happy to investigate what you have when we get home. It's going to be hard for me to roll around here. Good to meet you guys.
Just a picture with you.
Giovanni, I love that. Yeah.
I'd love to take a picture. Guys, take a picture. You're actually better handsome than your brother, by the way. Is that right? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Back on.
Yeah.
And we'll.
So it's pretty cool. So we have a game already.
Around the
Sure, man.
And we already have our market cap right now. We haven't even won. Okay. What's your
Hey guys. Good, good. What's your name?
Max.
Max?
Edward.
Edward, Gary. Good to see you guys. What do y'all do?
I'm doing a crypto launch, working for a company called CoinList.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Focus.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good luck. You guys have a good session. Oh, yeah. Here, I'll get it. You got one, Anna.
Yeah, we got your viewers wanting to
Oh,
the floor.
oh, is that right? Hi.
Hi. We were supposed to be on a panel together like last week.
We were?
Crystal. No.
What's your name?
You didn't not show
Casey
up.
Craig?
Yes.
I'm Gary Cardone.
Hi. I just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Can I-
Hi. Yeah. What do you do?
I'm
Come on,
in
we'll get a picture
crypto
here.
education.
You're being videoed
That's
right
cool.
now. I think. Are we live? We're live. Okay. Well, tell everybody who you are here. I'll hold this for you.
Thank you.
So what do you do?
I'm in crypto education. So I teach what is crypto, how to
Oh,
operate
really?
safely in the space, and
And you are do Bitcoin, or you're a purist, or are you the
I'm not
whole
a
digital
purist.
asset world?
I am. I have the majority of my portfolio in Bitcoin, but I use the other things as a vehicle to get more Bitcoin.
And how long have you been in the space?
So originally I got into Bitcoin in 2014 and 15,
Yep.
and cashed out of most of it in 2017. Thought I was a genius investor, and got back into the space in 2019, and have been full-time since 22.
What price did you exit in 17? Give you a headache.
Like $3,000.
Yeah. I know people that exited 3,000, they saw it go to 7, and they said, okay, like I'm gonna wait, and they're still waiting.
Yeah.
Man, timing is everything, huh?
It is.
It's timing in Bitcoin is, I think, almost as complicated as timing in dating. Like, right, you just don't ever, like you just gotta, it's a very different discipline.
Yeah.
So your organization is called ARC Crypto.
AR Crypto.
And is it you, or is it a group of people?
It's a group of people. So my business partner started the company. Right now, B2C, so customer driven, but we're getting into the more B2B side of things, where we come on as the education partner for those who need, or even as, we can white label e-learning, crypto education for different needs, and come and speak to, like I recently spoke to a group of CPAs that needed to understand the type of transactions that their clients would be doing, and so really all
I
of
see
your,
some synergy just now. No, I have a company that does helps accountants.
Okay.
And we were supposed to be on a call last week, you said?
Well,
on a panel? Did I blow you guys off?
I don't think you did, but when I joined the
It's never
panel,
my fault.
your name was on the flyer, and so I was looking forward to connecting, but I'm glad I get to meet you here.
Yeah, no problem. Look, I'm happy to learn more about what you do, and hey, because my whole thing is, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
To help people.
Absolutely.
And I think educating people honestly and authentically is really in great demand.
Yeah, and that's the thing, we're not trying to teach everybody how to make the next, 1,000x trading shitcoins, or half teach you things like you can learn on YouTube. We're trying to teach you how to self-custody, how to avoid scams, how to check for audits on smart contracts,
Right.
like the important things that you need to know in the space.
Yeah. How much do you charge? Can you say?
Yeah, so we've got the community membership with the self-guided e-learning is $97 a month. So anybody can access it. We've got some free resources, and then we've got group learning coaching that's $49.97 for a year.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because I've wanted to have a place to send my staff to.
Yeah.
Every time I hire somebody, a secretary or whoever, hey man, go through the program.
Well, we give affiliate commissions as well, and so that's how we've been able to grow our business, is through referral partners like yourself.
Yeah.
And so, we've got some guys that were cutting 6-figure checks a month too. So it's.
Well, let's figure out how to. Where y'all located? Where are you located?
So I actually travel full time right now. I'm just.
You living on a plane?
Nomad life, yeah.
Nice, nice.
But, our office is in Panama City, Panama.
Okay. Any particular reason? Why offshore? No reason. Huh?
No.
The owner lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's figure out how to connect.
Okay.
Post the thing, and if you're ever in Tampa, St. Pete, let us know.
Absolutely.
We're a safe pair of hands, and then. But yeah, dude, I'd like to know what you guys are doing. You might be able to minimally help us. And then if you have a really good training program, I'd probably send people to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to.
I just want to make sure that whoever I'm involved in is really clean.
Yeah, totally.
Like I have a really good brand, and there isn't any amount of money
Absolutely.
that's going to destroy this brand.
And for us too, that's our thing. Is reputation's everything in this space,
Yeah.
and so we don't have like shilling bullshit and
Yeah.
ripping people off type of deal. We don't have any of that. And again,
So unnecessary.
Yeah, last year I did a TEDx talk. I'm trying to get my name out there a little
Oh,
bit
cool.
more all of a sudden. So I understand the importance of the
You can
reputation
come on
in
our
this
show.
space.
Have you on thing, man. This industry's too big not to work with other people. I'm not, like, I just met this person. She seems like a nice person. The reason I do this is it gives people, oh, wow, this is literally how Gary meets people.
Yeah.
Like, I've been here 2 hours, met, 8, 9 people, and it's like, hey, as long as you're cool with it.
Yeah.
Because people don't even do this in school anymore. How do you meet another human being?
It's
Right.
a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Crazy.
And now, especially in crypto, we all spend so much time in front of our computers. And
Yeah.
Everybody's remote. Nobody's in offices together anymore.
Who's going to win the election? The presidential election?
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Who are you voting for?
I think I'll vote for Donald Trump.
Why?
Not for female rights reasons, because that part I don't love.
Yeah, but I didn't ask you why not. See, it's a funny old question with him. I'd said, hey, why would you vote for him?
Yeah.
Like, you're already having to defend, I don't think, you don't have to justify it to me. That's all I'm saying.
No.
By the way, I don't think he's done anything that Putin hasn't done.
Sure.
The French president hasn't done. The Ukrainian president hasn't done. The Italian president, the Canadian president, what a freak show he is, okay, at a country, or the Chinese president. Why are we holding our presidential candidates to a standard, nearly the Pope standard? Just your answer. Like this is America now. You have been conditioned to go, it's not because of the female rights, okay? Like, I didn't even ask that question, right?
Yeah.
But none of these people that he's competing with have you're not holding them to any of those same standards. Not you, but no one, including, what's his name, the Al Pacino guy. Like, bro, get a life, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if Ali's done anything. What, is it Ali or Al Pacino or the other guy? Who's the guy in the mail in the news right now? Oh, Robert De Niro. I love him. I will never spend $1 on his, dude, this isn't your business.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's got buddies that were a little naughty, right? So what is Donald Trump doing right for you to say, what are you, 30, 27? 27 years old. What's he doing right for a 27-year-old? I'm going to go vote, and I'm voting for Donald Trump.
I mean, I wouldn't say that even. Like, I'm not a big Donald Trump supporter. It's just
But you're going to vote for him. I'm just wondering what's going to make you.
Yeah. But
If you don't vote for him, who will you vote for?
I won't vote.
So okay.
Yeah.
You will vote though? Do I get a commitment from you that you're going to vote at least?
Yes.
You got to vote.
Yes.
Not voting is not cool.
That's true. That's true.
Go ask anyone in any other country.
But for cryptocurrency purposes, it's one of the main reasons that I would vote for Donald Trump. But again, I don't.
You know, he's the only guy, Casey, who has said there will not be a CBDC on my watch. And what's her name? The Warren Elizabeth, by the way, who I think has done horrible representation of women. Now that we're talking about women, if I want to use her as her and Nancy Pelosi, I don't trust any women. All of you are cranks, okay? Crazy fucking bitches, dude. It's insane. Like, oh my God, how can you guys just make stuff up? But both of these people are going to have Bitcoin on their balance sheet this year. Right, through the ETFs.
Absolutely.
Fidelity, they're in bed with everybody. They're getting Bitcoin allocated to them, and they're fighting us. So I want to hear her say, I'm releasing my ETF because I hate Bitcoin. I think what's going to happen is I'm holding on to my Bitcoin, and I'm I'm going to convert like a prostitute, like a total. So to me, Donald's fighting, and that's the American way. Freedom, liberty, stop stopping people. They should have their money. I was shocked he did the deal on self-custody when he said, no one's going to grab your fucking self-custody. That, I was already going to vote for the guy. I'll probably spend some money now with him. Like, I'll donate to him.
Yeah,
right?
just this past week he started accepting crypto for donations for his campaign. And you know, last year at the Bitcoin conference, RFK announced that he was going to start accepting crypto for his campaign. And so I think that's something we'll see a lot of. But man, this past week in Congress has been incredible for crypto.
We know more today about the sustainability of Bitcoin than when you sold it at 3,000 or when you bought it at 300.
That's happening right now. It's not that all these people. That's why I'm cautiously optimistic of where we're at right now, is because who knows what promises will get delivered upon. This is just political posturing right now from both sides, and so we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think you can't unsay that. You can't unsay the
well,
self-custody part.
see, the problem is you can unsay it. I mean, George Bush said, hey, I will not raise taxes. But politicians have never met this army. Okay, the crypto army is the right terminology. And I don't think anybody's ever seen an industry 27 to 70, 80. Like,
the sovereign fuck
and
you
they're
arm.
outspoken people too.
And who are smart and who have money. It's not just, you know, the proverbial hillbilly
Totally,
sitting in
dude.
the back country. This is
Real people.
fucking smart, money, and power in this group.
I like this lady. Great to meet you, Casey. You guys follow Casey, okay? And if you want to see her on a show that we do to figure out if her program would be good for you or your company, let us know if you'd like us to interview her, okay? I think she's doing something good to help the community. Well done.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Ciao.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, guys. Good to see you. Ben, good to see you, man. How y'all doing?
John O'Connell, nice to meet you.
Yeah, man. How y'all doing?
Good. It's been a good conference so far,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Interesting time to be.
I've been here 2 hours, man. I'm like meeting so many people. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna be exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I was exhausted even like last night just going into it, But it's it seems like the timing is pretty good.
Yeah.
With all the,
Were y'all here last year?
I was, yeah.
Terrible.
A lot
Good.
more people this year.
And better quality.
Much higher quality.
Much higher.
The level of seriousness is, you don't, the companies with the big booth setups are not like selling paperwork generally.
No, I'm meeting companies that are making money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I met a guy in Flux Technologies. They've been around 7 years. 72 people have never raised any money. I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome, bro. Doing things around using, basically they're trying to build a cloud through all these decentralized computing systems. He's got like 50,000 computers. His cost for, it cost $175 to be on cloud.
Yeah.
I do it for 11. Those are staggering economics. Everything, man, everything's just going to drop in price. It's going to be so.
Having this conversation that was.
Well, I tell Perry, I was like, dude, just lock everybody up on a fixed price contract for 10 years, okay? Be the lowest guy on the market. We will compute there to zero.
Yeah, that's where it's
Just go to. I need a long-term contract. All right, but Ben, nobody's prepared here, man. I'm with PaySafe. I know the payments industry.
Yeah.
I walk up to PaySafe, hey guy, hey man, what? It's a pleasure. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're doing 50 million a month, dude. Like, this is unbelievable. We're doing 50 million in crypto, and we haven't even tried. Well, you're a broker dealer, right? Huh? I'm like, you don't understand you're a broker dealer? And TikTok
Oh, yeah.
had no clue what I was talking about. I'm like, you need to have your lawyers call me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are touching this stuff. Nobody knows, really fully understand, except for the money boys. The dealer
Yeah.
brokers, the hedge funds, they
The
know.
ones that are a little less splashy and kind of just have been around for a bit and have just been building and building. It's only a matter of time. And
That's why it hit so hard. It hit FTX so hard because they thought, oh, we're just a new advent technology. It's like, no, you have to account for all of this stuff on the back end, and you have to do it very thoroughly, right? So there are
How long you been with the firm?
about a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've been in the space for about 8 years.
Right. You got enough history and
Seen
understanding.
enough things,
I know enough to know what not to do. Hey, that's
Yeah,
a lot of it.
There's a lot of value there.
That's why when the guy said he had 72 people and he's never raised money, I'm like, this cat's making money, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Gary, how's it
How you
going?
doing, dude?
I'm doing little interviews for a
Sure, dude.
documentary called
Yeah.
Permissionless. Would you be
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to go do a
Yeah,
quick
let me just
interview?
finish
Of
with
course.
these guys.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
guys are awesome. You should interview these guys
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
yeah.
They're a primary player in the space. So but let's just finish our conversation real
I'll
quick.
be right over here.
Yeah, no problem.
So, do you mind us all getting a picture together?
No, let's do it. And they'll help. This is Sam Arms. I don't know if you guys met Sam. You did?
Get a chance to meet Sam. Yeah.
Sam's doing some stuff on the political side with us.
Perfect. Yeah, and I told Dom about you.
Yeah.
So he said he's going to connect.
Yeah, I definitely want to advocate in Pennsylvania for sure.
Yeah. You'll be set up. You'll be set up.
I'm starting to realize how important this is. I really never understood anything about politics, and now I'm like, oh my God, man, you can buy these people for nothing.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean literally, like, I don't mean buy them, like, but I was with Anna Paluna Luna. I can never say her name correct. It's such a weird name, and she's 37 years old. Her husband's 36. And I'm like, dude, I need to get you guys into Bitcoin, man. Well, we've had to let go of all our equities. I'm like, yeah, but you could own Bitcoin and be like, you cannot influence that.
Yeah.
You should actually say, because what are you going to do? Not be rich?
Exactly.
You cannot be rich in this world. You won't make it.
Right.
And they just need a tiny bit of education. Yeah. And without the whole freakiness of crypto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And now it's just even the past few weeks, like how.
This is becoming a voting issue now.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
even
in
these
2
people.
weeks, 2 weeks, it was a huge shift into a voting
oh, yeah.
issue.
Oh, yeah.
So, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that both parties are starting to take it more seriously, I was talking with Sam. We're in Pennsylvania, is technically where we're headquartered, which is a swing state, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna, and I've been talking about it for 2 or 3 years, trying to get more people interested in our state and local body. I have a feeling we're going to go back. We'll talk to Dom. There's going to be people lined up around the block that have a better understanding, have a sit-down conversation. So I think now's the time to really leverage, blockchain associations in that manner to really have a formal approach for.
We are? Yeah. And look, I just think the way it needs to be taught differently.
Yeah.
Like one thing I have learned, because I don't know anything about this really, Perry was stunned. Perry's like, wow, you see my business totally different than I do. Yeah, I'm not a crypto guy.
Right.
I don't need to be a crypto. I don't need to like get all 180 degree freaky.
Right. Yeah.
I need to apply. Oh wow, you have 72 people and you've never raised money? Dude, you're making money, dude.
Right, yeah.
Unless you inherited a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I like that about, if you approach from a very pragmatic point of view, you wouldn't be interested if it wasn't helpful.
Right.
How this all percolates.
And I think that, one of those things is don't keep telling people that we're going to destroy the Fed. Why don't we, hey, good to see you, sweetie. You look so awesome. Why don't we teach people that we are digitizing planet Earth, just like you and I talked about. Yeah. We're not going back to the 8-track tape player.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not? Never do. You never start down a slope and then go, oh, I'm going to pull back now and do half analog. No, you're not, dude. I don't know anybody that's using a plastic vinyl thing.
Right, yeah.
I have 50,000 things on my. This compression is only good. Even an old person can figure that out. Right. Wow, that's a good point, man. Dude, you're watching CNN on your telephone, dude.
Yeah.
And movies.
Yeah. As soon as one use case takes hold with this, in any particular industry, it's done. It's just gonna, if it's that cheap,
it's gonna it's gonna spawn like a freaking cloned alien, man.
Yeah.
Like the COVID. Yeah. 19 was supposed to. This is the thing that's really mutating.
Yeah, and it's I think it's classic, like, you know, people underestimate what's going to happen in the long term, overestimate in the short term. That's what it seems like. It's just, you know, there's a lot of betting in the interim, but over time it's just going to all go over.
The infrastructure for settlement is going to zero. It can be settled all the way on.
I agree.
Bitcoin,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
So
see, that's another thing. Bitcoin's been sold for. Dude, it's a settlement system, and it's not a monetary. It's a settlement. Best settlement system in the world. Destroys Visa, MasterCard, and SWIFT.
So, but even in the interim, things that are off, you know, Ethereum and other settlement mechanisms that are not Bitcoin, which I believe is the best settlement layer, right?
Yeah.
The you know, we were just talking to Zebu. We're a vendor of Zebu. Their whole infrastructure back end is being built on top of Soft Ledger, right? They're the largest sponsor for this event.
Wow.
And they're transforming the entire telecom industry. Just on a settlement layer, just on taking that there's 3% on one vendor, there's 3% on the receiver, there's 7%. That's what's happening. So they're losing
the friction
$7.
and the leakage, yeah.
That's right. There's $7, and they're settling for, you know, 0.3%, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
As a settlement mechanism.
That's a legit fee. Okay, that's not massive friction.
They're a rocket ship. Right, and so we're helping them account for that. We're helping them build a staking mechanism where you're able to actually report to regulators on the back end for that. It's just, and that's just one industry. Right? How long has telecom been around? Right? It's like that's just a domino.
How long is it gonna be around?
Well, there you go. How long is it what?
How long is it gonna be around?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it has to go to zero, man. They've been stealing money from everybody. Right? Yeah. I remember paying for landline phone calls. Well, I'm in England, 35 cents a minute. Oh, it has to be this way. Oh, no, it does not.
Right. Yeah. It's all internet based and it's all okay.
Yeah.
We got to get Gary over there, and then we got to tour.
Good to see you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, brother. Go ahead. Head out of here.
Okay. All right.
You're just gonna
you got
a minute with them?
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Appreciate you.
Let's do it.
I'm over here hacking.
What you gonna ask me?
I don't know. What should I ask you, dude?
I don't know.
Let's go.
Tell me.
You're
running the deal.
I am running the deal. All right. So what I'm going to ask you is, Bitcoin ordinate something. What is
See,
your consent?
this guy hit me from the back. I don't even know what he's gonna ask me. It's a trick question.
Get you from the front. All right, we got to back it up, Terry. All right, here we go. Right. There we go.
Where you guys live?
I live here in Austin.
Austin? And where?
San Diego.
Okay. How's San Diego? How's California doing, man? You guys seem to be losing all your rich people.
I know. Coming here. Yeah.
I wonder why. They're coming here for about 3 months, and then they're going to St. Pete.
All right. Welcome to Permissionless, where
Thank you, man.
we go to events where, you know, the stages are kind of filled with, you know, pay to play, if you will, and a lot of the alpha happens in the side events and, you know, in these side conversations. So, Gary, first question, do you know what the Cardano chain is?
I do.
Do you mind if I call you Gary Cardano?
Yeah, I do mind. My name is Cardone.
Okay, what about Gary Solano?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, I'll just stick with Gary.
Yeah, you could call me the digital Cardone.
Ooh, that's hard. That's bars.
Since everybody confuses me with the real estate Cardone, but I am the digital Cardone.
Damn. When's the mixtape dropping?
I don't know.
Okay, so back to the alpha.
We're still working on it.
Back to the alpha. So someone has a
I'm trying to get Jack White to come do the lead for me.
Why not Jack Black?
I like Jack White better.
All right, I see how.
You can have Jack Black. I'll take Jack White.
All right, okay. And then I'll partner with your brother. You partner with him, and we'll see.
Okay.
Numbers don't lie.
Sometimes they do not. I own a company that ensures that they don't lie.
What's the company called? Let's show.
Node 40.
What is it?
For crypto, Node 40. If you think Bitcoin's going to $1 million, contact Node 40, ask them for the exact same deal I have, and you will stay out of trouble.
You love to see it. All right, so someone runs into you. You know, you're a man with wisdom. Everyone comes here to learn. What is like a morsel, a nugget of information that you could share with the listeners that you've recently stumbled upon?
My most important one?
Or
do you want the mediocre one, or you want the cat daddy?
I'm trying to get the
cat daddy?
De la creme.
Should I share the cat daddy with these guys?
Let's get the cat daddy.
Hey, don't fuck it up. Okay, don't fuck this up. That's all you got to know, dude.
That's it?
Buy Bitcoin, sit on your damn hands, and don't fuck it up.
All right,
get your reporting, audit, taxes, accounting, everything, quality of earnings on all the Bitcoin you ever buy. all the fiat that you use to buy it, make sure you know where it came from, because you're going to be asked all these questions.
Okay, I need to
Don't fuck it up.
What if you OTC?
Don't fuck it up.
All right, all right.
I don't care how you get it. I do not care how you get it or where you hold it. I think first thing is Bitcoin, just get into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how you got here, what movie theater you watched it in. It's safer for me to watch a movie at my house, but sometimes I like going to the theater.
Oh.
Okay, a centralized location where I can overpay for popcorn. I can bring my kids, they can see other kids, and we can scream and yell, and they have a very much larger screen than I do because they can afford one, because they're serving 57 people instead of 4.
Dang, I mean,
right?
that is actually wisdom. I mean, it's keep it simple, stupid analogy, but...
That's a good one. KISS is awesome. Keep it simple, stupid.
So have you heard of ordinals?
I have.
So what is your thoughts on data storage now on Bitcoin?
Data storage on Bitcoin, very much like I think there's excess capacity on telco lines. There's
What's a telco line? I'm not
telephone line.
Oh,
fiber
damn.
optics.
Well, we got cell phones now.
We're in Texas. There's big pipelines that carry natural gas, crude oil. There's grids. There's wires in the air that carry electricity. Well, not all of those are at 100% capacity every minute. In fact, most of them are not at 100% capacity. So I look at Bitcoin and go, you know, there's going to be other things that are built on top of Bitcoin because there can be.
Yep.
Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong, but when there is excess capacity or there's something being laid down, it would be silly for somebody not to look at this and go, hey, what else could we build on this? So to think that Bitcoin is just going to be one little tool, I don't think that's true, and I think anybody trying to predict it, I'm quite clear that the people that have been in this industry for 15 years did not predict what is happening today.
Yep.
Not price, not volume, not quality, not the time it took, almost nothing. And I think I can prove it. Roger Ver is going to go to jail, extracted from Spain, because he didn't do his reporting. If he would have had Node 40, this would never be happening to him.
Nice
Two, well, I'm not trying to chill. Any tool. He could have done it in a pencil, but really important, okay? If he had known this was going to be $1 trillion company, $1 trillion industry, why would you get fucked over $50 million?
Yeah, good point.
Dude,
so
you
Node 40, I don't know what it is, but it helps you with accounting, straight up. To deal with.
Let me. I am like an institutional sized Bitcoin holder.
Go.
I have been attacked and will be attacked. For me, I will be audited for the rest of my life now. My Bitcoin holdings are too large, and I welcome it. Bring it. The audit will last less than 1 hour for me. Okay, an audit for me is going to probably cost me somewhere between 30 and 500 grand. 30 to 500 grand. It's really about what tools I have in place that determine, did I pay 30 or $500,000? And did they get it right? See, you can say, hey, I got all my shit in order. Okay, maybe you do. But you better make sure that all the lawyers that the other side brings with you is so put off. They're so hammered with your perfection of granular data down to the lot level, penny, 0.00001, that the auditors and the lawyers don't rip your face off in fees, man.
No.
Much less make a mistake, because they don't know anything about this industry. So I just decided I'm going to be audited. I've got, a lot of money tied up in Bitcoin. I've got a lot of Bitcoin now that I want to protect, not the money. I want to protect the Bitcoin, and most certainly I want my children, who they're going to get it. I want my children. They don't know where my money came from 10 years from now, dude. Okay? These guys in Puerto Rico, the kids are going to be asked, hey, dude, let's see where the money came from. The kid will not be able to answer the question. So minimally, assuming they hold on to their Bitcoin, minimally, their own lawyers, dude. The lawyers I assign to them are going to rip their head off. Because I'm not there, I'm dead.
But you're setting them up for success.
Well, my point back to Roger Ver.
Yeah.
If he would have understood this was going to be $1 million Bitcoin, if you're walking around thinking that $250,000 $1 million, and you're not spending 10, 20 grand a year to protect these assets, dude, you're fucked. You are so screwed, okay? And like all you got to do is look at what's been happening, okay? Roger would never have made that error, man. It's unnecessary.
No, it's
for
it's
50
very
grand, dude.
refreshing. So our
Well, it's
viewers,
a mature viewpoint.
it is, and that's what I wanted to point out. Is most people of this audience are very degen. They're looking at the next alts. They're pump and dump. Very speculative audience. But this is a very refreshing take because these are things that you do have to account for. If you do have a substantial position, that getting audited.
Everyone has a substantial position if you think it's going to $1 million.
That's true. So
okay? If you have one Bitcoin,
down
you
to
bought.
your set, but Gary, you're a busy man.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for coming on. Any last words? Any bars? When's the mixtape dropping? When's Gary Cardone chain coming out? And Gary Solano.
Dude,
chain?
I got.
With Gary Solano chain, we should drop that.
I got hit so hard by the community over interviewing Crypto Crow. Crypto Crow was in my neighborhood. He wanted to come over for a coffee. I said, come over. And we had an hour and a half interview. My God, dude, the feedback I got, like, you're a sinner, you're an evil man to Bitcoin. It's like, dude, I had coffee with a guy, bro.
Yeah, you love to hear it. I mean, controversy, liquidity goes where attention flows.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Someone said it
The
way
question
doper.
is, does it stay there?
Yeah.
Does it stay there?
No, stale liquidity, stagnant liquidity is not, it's very dormant. It's hard to really gauge. So moving money is the money I track.
Cool, man.
Well, love to see it. Man of the people.
Thank you very much.
I just walked
I'm
up
a man
to
of
this
the people. I like that name, man of the people.
Oh, yeah.
The digital
Cardone.
Cardone.
It goes with Gary Solano, though.
The digital
Gary
Cardone.
Solano, man of the people.
He's a Solano pumper. That's a fact.
Glad to see it. Hell yeah. All right, let's get it. Let's do a little still for a
watch
photo.
that water right there.
Because I don't want to look all gay with that little thing.
Look at the camera.
Look at the gap. Look at the camera.
Oh, that camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
It says
there we
scam
go.
on 3.
There's so many damn cameras.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, man. Good to meet you guys.
These guys have 3 questions and we're done because we
All
gotta
right.
go.
Yeah.
So
All right.
we'll do it right here.
Hey, guys.
Do you mind if I clip this on?
Sure, man. Go ahead.
Right. Hi, Gary. My name is Stanislav.
Where are you from, man?
Ukraine.
Just
Los Angeles.
I just had a date with a woman from the Ukraine in Miami. A lovely lady.
That's
I
the
think I'm
best
off
choice.
American chicks now, dude. After meeting the Ukrainians.
Well, you see a lot of.
No offense, American ladies. Just all you need to do is change about 90 or 120 degrees. But
I would say 180.
well, you won't be getting laid tonight.
My girlfriend is in Los Angeles, so I'll have to wait because she's Ukrainian.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, man.
Okay,
Keeping
Gary,
it real.
A few questions.
Yes, sir.
We know that.
I'll try not to mess it up.
You will never, definitely. We know that you're a very Bitcoin guy. What can you say about Bitcoin?
What can I say about Bitcoin? It's underpriced.
Underpriced.
It's underpriced. Every metric that I can see is underpriced. I think it's greatly misunderstood. And I'll be fairly profound and suggest that the people that came before me, which there's a lot of them, I don't think they really understood what Bitcoin was going to do or become, because, and the data points for me are a couple. One, you've had somewhere between 2 and 4 million coins lost. When did that happen? $300 Bitcoin. Oh gosh, good lesson there. If you don't respect something and don't price it correctly, like your girlfriend, if you don't take care of her, she will roll, right? She will move on. Bitcoin has never been priced correctly up until this moment in time. It most certainly was disrespected at 300, 3,000, and 7,000, because that's when all the losses occurred. And Roger Ver just got pulled out of Spain, doesn't even own a passport anymore in the United States, for a $50 million problem. If he would have known in 2008 what Bitcoin was going to be worth, he should have a $5 billion problem, not a 50. You don't fucking get in trouble for 50 million. It's saving 50 million, writing emails that look really dodgy. If you would have known it was going to be the queen asset of all time, you would have treated it like the queen asset of all time. Secure it, report on it, make sure that you got narrative, where the money come from. Dude, everybody holding Bitcoin is going to be audited. If you've not been through an audit, it's 30 grand. 30 grand to $500,000, okay? So if it's going to be the cat daddy of all assets on the planet, if you're into Bitcoin, you have to look at this differently. Like you guys, look, I have a really nice car, okay? I do not treat the car that I have today the way I treated the car I had when I was 16. Do you? I don't treat a Volkswagen the same way I treat a Ferrari. I don't treat a Range Rover the same way I treat an Uber. Like these are things, you start acquiring assets, you have to take care of them. And just, you know, I'm not going to pay taxes. Like, no, dude, you're going to pay. We should want to pay taxes. If you make so much money, we can then influence the politicians that our taxes are wrong. Or, I don't think the taxes are wrong, it's how they're using the money, dude. Like you look like a decent, you would be happy to pay some taxes if you knew the government is actually using it properly, right? So it's just, this is an unbelievable opportunity. I think me and about 4 other people I know are the only people that actually have such monster conviction. And I think it's really interesting, they're all showing up late. Notice, Saylor, nobody more convicted than Saylor. 2020. Gary Cardone, 2018, 2019, 2020, really I got serious 2020. You're seeing gray hair guys, look at things differently. And by the way, notice the one trend, none of them had monopoly positions. Not one of them had a monopoly job. Not one of them worked for one of the big top 10 players. All of us have been fighting our way through this monopoly system that we live with, this construct of, hey man, wink, wink, nod, nod, MasterCard, Visa are competing with each other. Not, right? They're only taking shit from you. So, I mean, Joe Consumer, right? And here we have an opportunity to collaborate with each other, right? There's so much market share for us all to grab. We will die trying to digest it all, okay? Like, it's just too much to consume. So we really need to support and help each other. This is why I get really upset about the tribalism and the, this coin's better than that coin. Like, make sure you survive through this. That's all that matters. And I am certain Bitcoin will survive through this.
Bitcoin is the big giant, the big brother of all of
King
them.
Kong, dude. You're able to buy into a monopoly with no monopoly exposure. No regulatory monopoly exposure. Okay, when you invest in Visa and MasterCard, every investor will go, I do have some regulatory exposure. If you invest in NVIDIA, they own 82% of the market right now. They absolutely have regulatory exposure. Dude, Bitcoin. One of them, 15 years old, just been invited to every private country club on planet Earth. Cardone has not been invited to every country club on planet Earth. Cardone does not have an ETF. The other ones don't. Solana doesn't have an ETF. These utilities, there may be some utility value, but there's no money being made right now from the utility value. So I'm literally buying into something. I'm investing into something in hopes that 3 or 4 years from now, they will have a position. Dude, Bitcoin already has a position. Dominant, cock-worthy position. Like, when you're a football player, you're a young man, dude, I'm in a cat daddy seat. Why would I invest in something that's not in the cat daddy seat if I have the opportunity? What, unit bias? Wrong answer, man. That's a wrong answer, right?
Correct. One question. How much did you pay for your first Bitcoin?
8,000.
8,000?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna run that.
Still have it.
Still have it?
Yeah. They tried to take it away from me in a divorce. And I was like, dude, we will be having a problem, okay? This Bitcoin was not bought to be sold. Not right now. Now, I will sell Bitcoin one day. Okay, I am not this guy, hey, I'll never sell Bitcoin. My goals are to make $1 billion in Bitcoin, and I will deploy all $1 billion right back into this industry. That's what we need to be thinking about. Like, if you and I were able to make $500 million, or you make 50, I make $1 billion, I go talk to Max Kaiser, and I go talk to Kathy Woods, who I had a meeting with last week. I go, hey, look, I want to raise $50 million from each one of you guys. I'm also going to go talk to some congressmen and senators because I want part of the federal budget for education. Okay, and let's put together a fund for alternative education that competes with everything else the government does outside the system. And I just want 3 or 4 or 5% of the federal budget, but all these guys will put their money up. We'll put the money up. If we don't perform, Mr. Government, you can keep our money. How can they say no to that? I've already pitched this.
Oh, wow.
They're like, dude, that's really hard. Like, you're giving me a guarantee, dude. I'll compete with everybody in the food chain. So that's the reason we're here to make Bitcoin, dude. I want to get super wealthy so I can then compete with the governments. Like, you gotta have fuel to do this. You can't, like, oh, I'm going up against Nancy Pelosi, dude, and I got $12. You can't do that, dude. She's an animal, okay? You need to crush her with money and votes. So, y'all got to get active. You know, you're here, you're in America. What do you think? Is America a cool place?
It is. Honestly, I love this country.
See, all the guys from outside the country value the damn country more than we value. It's amazing, man. If you haven't traveled, it's hard to really understand. You know.
Yeah, it's a human nature. We're getting used to everything we have, and we devalue things over time.
Yeah.
What do you think about the future of the blockchain in the real estate?
It's a long putt. It's a long putt, long story. Will it work one day? Yes, but in order for you to do something with non-fungible tokens, the asset has to be fungible. Okay, and my house and your house are not fungible. They're not. In fact, the house sitting right next door to me is not fungible with my house. They're not identical in any way. Apartment buildings, maybe. Commercial real estate, agricultural land, art, fungible, truly fungible things that are, you know, you can match one A equal A. Crude oil, equity contracts, okay? Share of IBM is a share of IBM is a share of IBM, as long as it's preferred B or preferred A or whatever. A bond note for 10-year treasuries, these are the things, not complicated things like real estate. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in homes. I know that because I keep going, I'll NFT my $10 million home, man, and nobody takes me up on it. So, look, there's 7% friction there to be exploited. That's all you need to know about NFTs. Remove all those fees of middlemen doing zero. What does a title guy do for you? Try to sue a title company. Zero, but you pay $4,000 for it. Scam, man. The whole club, that whole club. See, this is why you have to do it from the outside. Can't do it from the inside because too many people are being paid. Banking, real estate, just everywhere, dude.
Do you think that the blockchain could
They're
solve
telling
this
me I gotta
problem?
go. I think that
The transparency of
I
the
think
transactions.
if it's a public blockchain, but a private blockchain is not going to make anything transparent. Transparency is where we're headed, and all you guys, governments, companies can fight it. We are moving into transparent world. There's no coming off of that. You don't introduce this much transparency and not turn everything into a commodity. Everything, including the Visa and MasterCard fees. It all gets erased, man. I mean, it's just gonna. So,
Right, thank
great to
you very
meet you, my
much.
friend.
Glad to meet you.
Most proud American here that I've met already from the Ukraine.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Glad to do it. All right, we're out.
Yep.
Sure, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Still friends?
Hey, man. What's on? Oh, there you go. I thought I was going to grab a $1,000 microphone.
They like magnetized it.
Yeah, walk and talk with us.
How you doing, man?
Pleasure.
Sure, man.
One pictures. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Up.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not
Maybe
Grant.
too big.
That's a good way not to get a picture.
Quick one.
That's a great way not to get a picture. Give me a tenth of a Bitcoin, you can take a picture.
I don't want to bitch you.
No,
I just
go
wanna
ahead.
ask you a
No.
quick
Yeah,
question.
man.
My biggest issue is I work as fucking hard as a dog.
Uh-huh.
But when I kick in and procrastination kicks in, I just don't know what to do with it. What is your way of dealing with procrastination?
I work 22-hour days. I'm like on it. I'm out there. I'm trying to work.
Maybe you're working too much, bro.
We don't even give you much.
Maybe.
Overthinking it a little bit, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, procrastination is always what happens before procrastination is the thinking.
Okay.
Right. Like these guys asked me earlier, hey, do we want to go live or not? I'm like, what the fuck does it matter?
No.
Don't ask me, dude. I don't care. I'm not going to behave differently.
Yeah.
That just a little question, like, why would you even introduce that question, right?
Yeah.
You know, the other thing is, Hassan, if there's certain, write down the things that you tend to procrastinate on.
It's always tasks.
Huh?
It's always a task, the mundane task.
Yeah. Then hire somebody to do it, dude.
Delegation is something I learned.
Hire someone else to do it, dude. I don't do shit that I, like, there's...
Watch, I've already died now. I've gone in crypto for the last 3 years. I've been finance. I keep chopping and changing. So I'm like...
Now you never become an expert at anything that way.
Yeah, it's like the Brits say, right? What was it? The master of none, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So is that a problem as well?
I think it is. It's a problem I do not suffer from. I have maybe 4 investments.
That you've made personally?
Dude, I don't. My brother and I are very different people, but there's a couple of things that he and I do that is the only thing in my mind that explains our success. One, we are focused motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, well, I think that's the key, right?
Dude, we are so in on one deal. Like, find the thing that you love and fucking, hey, I'm gonna stay here for 8 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
I spent 22 years in one industry, 17 working for one company. Y'all never hear that. Oh, wow, that cat worked for people, dude. Y'all look at me and go, oh, he's a fucking baller, dude. He's always been the boss. No, dude. Most bosses aren't prepared to be the boss. I had to be a soldier. I had to get smacked down, taught. So just get yourself around really great people. Find an industry that you can grow in and stay focused on it. Big addressable fucking market.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna be a bigger one than this, bro.
No. What,
this is cat daddy. No, bull or bear. Yeah. This is cat daddy of all opportunities. So there are gonna be so many people that blow this. They're gonna fucking blow this opportunity.
I gotta trade you off because I need
Yes,
to
sir.
this guy.
Okay, man. See you, buddy. Thank you, man. Ciao.
Say hi to Gary.
What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. How you doing?
Good.
I think I frustrate these guys because, like, damn, you know everybody.
Pretty much, right? He's already got 2 steps ahead.
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Good to see you,
My
man.
name's Naeem.
I'm Garrett. Good to see you, man.
I don't know who you are. Are we still on?
I know, I work for this guy now.
So I met him in October at the Flux conference as well, the Daniel Keller's conference.
Yeah.
That's when I first met him. So back in October.
He came to, oh no, he's totally cool.
Really
man.
real.
I agree, man.
Well, and do you remember this guy, Jose, who was at our Anaplano Luna fundraiser? I introduced you very briefly at the end. They're business partners. And he lives in St. Pete. So his business partner lives in St. Pete.
I'm not on there. No, I know, but I have messages between you and me.
Seth, when'd you get in, bro?
A couple nights ago, but
Oh,
it's
yeah?
been crazy.
Yeah.
We did the Secret Network thing last night, and I'm shocked that that's where I was hoping y'all would be, because I didn't know
What was it?
the Krasinskians were there just sucking up all the air in the room,
The
talking
who?
all this leftist garbage
Who?
about privacy and policy, and I'm like,
What was the event? Because I didn't even know about it.
it was and then Shitoshi, he was the capstone speech
That
too.
dude's a fucking scam.
Are we still on?
They were telling me about him. They were like,
Whatever.
He probably needs much deeper. due
Oh yeah, no.
diligence.
No, I was just getting ready to say something. I was getting ready to tell a joke.
I'm not talking to somebody who wants to get
Oh.
famous, has a mask, and
Hey, I know this is a good show because I'm not looking at all the good-looking girls. I'm like focused on all these guys. But there's some talent here. Just saying.
This is the cat.
Justin,
So-
good to see you, man.
So when I
Y'all are all related?
I've been I work with Seth with BMG.
Okay.
We're basically the most connected in the space when it comes to KOLs.
They are.
Nobody can touch us when it comes to KOLs.
And Seth, I think
I've been in
you
the
and I
space
were
since
on a call a
2010.
while back.
Wow.
You guys were looking to hire out.
Mine Bitcoin 2012 lost it.
Oh my God!
Back then it was only a wallet.dat file and a password. There was no seed phrases yet.
Yeah, right.
So the seed phrases didn't come in I think, till 2012, late 2012, 2013. So I lost 100 plus BTC. But I've been
Won't be doing that again, will you?
Look, man, I didn't back anything up. Back then it was like a few dollars.
Yeah. Well, see, this is my point.
Yeah.
It was mispriced and disrespected.
Oh.
Today, I think today is the probably
You got 1% of the supply.
lowest risk-adjusted entry point
Yeah.
that anyone's ever seen,
Well,
including
most
you
of the
and Max
supply's out
Kaiser.
there.
Huh?
Most of the supply of Bitcoin is out there
Yeah,
now.
that's
There's
right.
1% left for 100 years.
Do you mind if I take a quick selfie?
Please, man. Yeah, no, I think it's getting ready to be very, very real now.
Would you mind real quick, please?
Getting ready to be very real that this is the entry point. The other entry points were so expensive.
No, I believe we're in the early days of when mainstream adoption starts.
Thank you.
Personally, and
Hey, man.
there's a lot of great projects out there. There's still a lot of shit. Got to clean up the space.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot back behind the scenes. I've worked with CoffeeZilla exposing scams. I've worked with tons of different people just exposing these scams. Anything that doesn't have real value, these meme coins, a lot of them are just pump and dumps.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them are literally the VCs. They get together and they say, we're going to launch a token, and then they use the token to dump it retail. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
It's going to come in though, man.
Yeah, I'd love to- I'd
You
love to
start
take a picture.
you start seeing the FTC freaking letters into all these influencers.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's going to be game over for that. That's going to be a big mistake.
Quick question.
Yeah, man. How you doing, bud?
From Max.
Yeah.
Trying to get you on the podcast.
Yeah.
I sent an email, but it got bounced back.
Greg, really?
Okay. Yes. Real quick. Yeah, I'm on X. Yeah, I sent you something, but
Okay.
I think you said to.
No. Greg or Sam can help
Yeah.
organize. I
You've been
can't.
on X. We did
Yeah.
the thing with the crypto window, but can I get with him and all that?
Yeah,
We
sure.
take a picture real quick?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Okay, hold on. Actually, you know, it's kind of cool, man. Nice to meet you, finally.
Yeah, good to meet you,
Where'd
man.
you fly in from?
I flew in from Tampa.
Okay, I'm from New Orleans. So
Okay,
Texas
cool.
Saints and Pelicans,
Nice,
right?
nice.
Let's go.
Nice. Good Louisiana boy. I got to get some crawfish, man.
You're Lake Charles. Huh?
Yeah.
How do I set up with him for the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do it. Patrick Anders, Big Dog.
Okay, let me get back over here where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. So how long are you saying?
I'm just until the bitter end, and then a couple days.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I got to stay in town. So otherwise the meetings don't get set
know.
up. And
Yeah, right.
All this past, I need
This
more
is
time.
a good show, man. Last year was crap. This is a good show.
Yes, absolutely. And obviously the right people are here. I mean,
No, it's quality of people are different this year.
That was the challenge.
For sure, they're different.
And you were in Dubai, were you, for
I didn't go.
Okay. It was
It's a long way to go for a trade show, man.
Yeah, but
I've been to so many trade shows.
This one, it changed my mind on that. I normally think the same.
Oh, yeah?
It did. And it wasn't just the Dubai factor, right? I mean, the wow and the real estate and all the stuff they do there. It was really the whole package, of who was there and kind of what they were representing while they were there, and who was raising and who wasn't, right? So that was it really did.
Yeah, I'll probably need to go. I mean, just to, get a better expanded view of what's going on.
Yeah, maybe the Singapore event.
Yeah.
Also Token 2049. If you're thinking about another one, if you're thinking about one that's not domestic, maybe that's the one.
Yeah.
Because there's so much on the
There's so many together too, like the Prague thing. I would have liked to go on to Prague, but you just can't do it all. I mean,
no. Yeah, but I think with Singapore specifically, the reason that there's so much gravity there is because you got the international investment community, the international VC community. Some of them who are like, yeah, the U.S. is not for me. I'm not going there. They'll bring their money here, but they just don't like visiting.
Yeah.
So you're only going to catch them at
right.
So that's what we saw in Dubai. Was they're just like, okay, I'm not going to see you anywhere. Permissionless, consensus. None of our majors.
But it wasn't the same old guys, right?
No, and it was.
See, that's where you get disappointed. Like, wow, I went all this way just to hang out with the same people.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, we did it right. And then the other thing about that area that was a kind of a cautionary tale for me is that at least in that region, right, UAE, everybody tells you like, I'm in the same family office as this sheikh, the royal family. It's like, sure, but it's like the retarded, sorry, the retarded stepson of the cousin. Yeah, it's like, that side of the royal family got it, and he's not doing shit. So nobody cares. But
but they will.
Yeah, right. But then everybody in between, right, all the way up to everybody who you need to know. It was a big deal, honestly. I saw it as that, and I know, America first, fallback corporations, so you don't, so the home fires don't stop burning your business, and that was the other reason I was looking at Dubai and UAE.
Bro,
just to know for
I
sure.
would most certainly look at options. It had nothing to do with me being anti-American. I am pro my children, pro Gary Cardone, pro my social security number, and if you guys are going to fucking abuse me, I'll leave.
Yeah.
I will absolutely leave. Now, I'm not going to leave if my president doesn't get elected and be a little baby like. I mean, Oprah, dude, I'll pay you $1 million to leave November the 3rd, okay? I don't think you have the black balls to leave America on November the 3rd when Trump wins. But you said it, so I'll pay you $1 million to your freaking charity of any choice. And who else is there? De Niro, all these, Tom Hanks. Fucking leave, dude.
Get him a group rate on the plane?
Yeah. Hey, I'll buy the plane for you, dude. I'll rent the plane and get you out of here, okay? Send you as far away as possible. It's unbelievable, dude. These people are crazy.
No, absolutely.
You know they're not going to live up to the comment, right?
No,
it's just...
And that's just it. So compare and contrast right now. Because they're, like you're saying, these are people who are going to throw a tantrum if their president isn't elected and threaten to leave and then not leave and torture us for 4 years. And you're saying, okay, if y'all don't make the country that I want to live in as a patriot.
Now, they don't have to do anything. They just got to keep the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
We don't have to start changing it. Can we just do what we already have when I was born?
Sure.
Right? That would be awesome. Quit altering everything.
Yeah.
Right? It's amazing. I think Bitcoin's a really beautiful thing at this moment in time, because what we're really talking about, if we didn't have Bitcoin, it would just be us being right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin does offer, I think, a leverage into the future that's safer, better, healthier.
Yeah. You know what I think though? I think some of these factions here in the United States, some folks that you mentioned, for example, they fear that kind of radical transparency that blockchain brings.
They should.
Because they do not like their tax audits being public. They do not like their budgets being public. They don't like some of the grift that they've been used to in the political sphere, kind of having a light shined on it. And like you said, Bitcoin does that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm starting to ask questions starting to understand the power of this.
Yeah.
Like Nancy Pelosi, Elizabeth Warren, can you guys let me know, like in 120 days when you open your Fidelity account and your BlackRock account and whatever, how much Bitcoin in the ETFs do you own? How much? I would like to know. Because you're literally trying to kill an industry, and I think you've both been allocated $250,000 worth of Bitcoin at least in their portfolios. Whether they know it or not, they're going to be allocated. Every senator, every congressman, every mayor, every governor with any money is being allocated Bitcoin right now. If the investment advisor is actually doing the right job for them, they are being allocated Bitcoin. They don't even freaking know it, dude. That's a win. And that's the value of the ETF.
Yeah.
Everybody's so concerned about dude, you just got all the Dems owning Bitcoin. Like literally in the next 160 days.
Well, you know what's crazy about the Dems and finally getting this allocation of Bitcoin into their portfolio is that you got a lot of these constituents on the left. They already had exposure. I mean, this is one of the first times ever in the history of the world, of the history of our country, that their constituents have front-run them in their investments.
Yeah.
I think some of these same characters you mentioned, I think we're all trying to chase their
you think
portfolios
Nancy's
now.
been in NVIDIA since what, $70?
No, yeah. So we're chasing their portfolio on that side, but Bitcoin and digital assets, that's where their constituents actually have a head start. I think that kind of terrifies them too, actually. Is that the people in their camp are more powerful than they are if they already had exposure to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
You know, it's interesting you say that. Maybe this comment's going to be for the politicians. I just met a woman, 27 years old. How old are you?
I'm turning 45.
Okay, so I always ask everybody how old they are because it's important to know.
Sure.
Oh, where's your mindset at? Because it's different when it's 27 versus 45 or 65.
Yeah.
But I asked this lady, I said, hey, are you going to vote? I think so. First off, that's the wrong answer. You're either voting or you're not voting. Make a decision. Who are you going to vote for? She was like, oh, I can't believe you're asking me this. I think Trump. I'm like, what do you mean think, dude? You're a Bitcoin person. Well, if it wasn't for his female comments, if it wasn't for his female comments, I'm like, dude, I didn't ask you why you wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah.
I asked you why you would. Well, she's scared of her female audience hanging her, and it's like, bro, that's not the reason. That's not the reason something he said 20 years ago. My goodness. Putin.
Yeah.
Do you judge Putin in the same way? Never thought of that. Yeah. What about the French guy, the Canadian guy, the Italian guy? Come on, man. Macron, how many girls has he had that the government paid for?
Yeah.
So I need my leader to be a champion general, working for us, not placating, being,
Yeah, no, absolutely agree. And what Trump is talking about now in terms of commuting the sentence of Ross Ulbricht, people who took big risks. Look, you talk about having big balls, right? Like Ross, he took a huge risk when Bitcoin was unproven to try to create a marketplace. Yeah. So now to have a former sitting president of the United States and who we think is going to become our president-elect again say that, I think, okay, this guy gets it.
And totally gets it. For those of us who think that's a crazy comment that this guy built a drug platform, let's go, during the same time period, let's go audit how many drugs were sold across Amazon's platform. Drugs, dude, hard drugs, okay? Sure. Absolutely sold across Amazon platform. I don't see him in jail. There was a lot of bad shit sold on Amazon in the early years.
Yeah.
A lot.
Sure.
I think there's stuff still going on social media that's dodgy at best.
No, absolutely. Well, and speaking of which, though, here's the thing. I've been impressed, and I'm still trying to figure out how you have been on an absolute rocket ship with your socials lately. And with Bitcoin and what you've been building, I mean, the community is showing you so much love. I mean, what are you making of all this? As I understand it, man, social media for you before was kind of like, it was different?
Oh, I did none.
Yeah.
No, I stayed away from it. I didn't like it. I mean, I've had accounts, but I never used them.
All right. And now, man, here you are. You're outspoken. You're taking some of the best questions to these people directly here on these platforms.
Yeah. Well, this is why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because Bitcoin's awesome, but it really made me understand. Oh my God, $600 camera. What's that camera cost me, man? $6 grand. $6 grand. All the little gadgets, a microphone. How much does this cost? $1,000? $10,000, and I get to broadcast something. I didn't realize I could help educate.
Yeah.
And I've bitched about education forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, am I going to speak openly or am I going to be I had to make a decision. I'm just going to be very authentic and transparent.
Yeah.
I love supply and demand mismatches. I don't see authenticity anywhere on this planet, dude. It is so rare.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't know anything about real estate, but I know about Bitcoin. And I can keep investing in Bitcoin. I keep sharing my story of how I got from legacy to this. And the more I talk about it, the more I get convicted. Yeah. Because I'm literally I'm constantly debating myself.
Yeah.
And looking for someone that can go, that's stupid, dude.
Yeah.
These are your problems.
Yeah.
And no one did that for me, Seth.
Sure.
When I was in 2016, I was like, man, power could go out, man. I ain't buying Bitcoin. Power could go out. Not one human being looked at me and went, bro, your Visa card's not worth shit. I don't have a Visa card.
Right.
Your MasterCard's not working. Your your ACHs don't work. Your telephone won't work. Dude, we are in Mad Max.
Yeah.
I could have bought Bitcoin for $300. If someone would just said, bro, you're comparing apples to something else. Like it's stupid.
Yeah, that's something that's not even a fruit.
The brain goes crazy.
Sure.
I'm so trying to hold on to the gravity of yesterday.
Yeah.
In my mind. And I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a certain type of person come here that has a very open mind, and they're really intelligent people.
Absolutely.
And they have a lot of money.
Yes.
And they have a voice.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
And this is just, we were talking about it earlier. That's why I want crypto innovation to be here.
Right.
In America.
Totally.
Yeah, I want the best and brightest here.
Well, we need to educate our politicians that there's millions of jobs that do not require a college education. Okay, like we just did it, millions of jobs.
Yeah.
That the politicians can understand, not breaking the Fed up.
Yeah.
Hey, there's millions of jobs, high-paying, good jobs, careers, and it doesn't require a college education. It requires no debt. Okay, like I'll hire 5 people right now.
Yeah.
18, 20, 22. Don't have to know anything. You have to be willing to show up on time and study. I'll give you the materials to study, and like whole careers, dude, monster careers. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Oh, we got the A list right behind you.
Do you?
Yeah, Alcorn Daily.
Oh, somebody wanted me to go over there. Is that?
Yeah.
Everybody like, hey, you got to come over here. I'm like, I'll get over there when I get over there, man. Yeah. How you doing, man? Good to see you. What's going on, boys?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you,
man.
It was my twin brother, actually, but
I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to make that fatal flaw, but you were gambling, right?
yeah, exactly. Phil helped me.
How'd you do?
I got in third. Phil got in fourth. I got in the money.
Dude, you beat Phil.
Exactly.
Arrogant motherfucker. Good
I'm
job.
a fan
dude.
of Phil.
No, but he is arrogant. He's
yeah.
a very arrogant
Uh,
Gary, these are 2 OG Bitcoiners, chartists, huge Twitter
Okay, cool. I
profiles.
did definitely recognize
Kevin Svensson.
I think you shared a few of my.
Kevin, very good to meet you, man. Gary Cardone. Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
I've seen
I'm a connector. That's my main role.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
quality content.
Thank you.
And then this is
Hey,
this is Matthew Highland.
Did you pay $500 for these tennis shoes? Hey, Greg, did you pay $500 for these tennis shoes?
I was on set filming the crypto version of Shark Tank, and they let me keep the word.
Hey, Greg.
So I.
Let me. What are those worth?
Well, it's 500, so I got to go 500.
That's not fair. My wife really wanted these
Had to buy
shoes,
2 of them.
so I bought 2 pairs.
I saw those at DSW for $38.50.
Dude, that's what bro, that's exactly what I said. Dude, I got some sick tennis shoes. Cost me $40.
I mean, these are brand new.
And he's on my plane. I'm like, you're fucking rolling in $500 tennis shoes, and I got a pair of $40 shoes in my. You're gonna like my shoes.
Award ceremonies back
Hilarious. Sorry, I just.
No, valid question.
I know, but like to do it that early.
You came in 3rd, dude. That's awesome. What was the payoff for that?
It was 18K, 10K of that was in karate token, say vested, and then a fighter got in second, and another poker pro got in first. So, but honestly, I was in it for the good time and just hanging out with Phil, you know.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I play poker.
You know, I will gamble. I will do almost anything.
Okay, nice.
I mean, I played really weird card games in England. You know, when you travel a lot, card games aren't all the same everywhere.
Right.
3-card bracks and games that are off the chain. Bourrée, you know a game named Bourrée?
What is
Bourrée is a Louisiana game. And when I was 21, my mom was a gambler. Her dad was a professional gambler. And she would try to go to Vegas and do Bourrée. And they're like, no, we ain't playing that game here, dude. People die over that game. It's a brutal game. And then I spent 14 years in London, and those guys take games to like totally different level, man. I mean,
You must have got good training for you.
well, I never lost my whole, I never gambled. Like, it's not a problem for me. For me, I feel ashamed. Like, I live in Tampa. I might go to that casino once a year. I'll go to Vegas 4 times a year, but I'm not going to go to a neighborhood. I'm just not that guy.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't need. You and I do not need to leave our fucking chairs to gamble.
100%. I gamble on
Fucking
life.
great
in my
game.
career.
Yeah. Without a time slot. So it's just not. It's not. I'm not going to go do $1 million. In Vegas. I mean, I'm not him. I would get crushed there.
I concur. That's too much pressure for me.
I don't have the patience for that.
I agree. You got to be there all day.
I'll do a cash game.
Paying attention.
Because I can leave.
Yes.
In fact, I've been thinking about holding a poker tournament at my house. Would you be interested? Like a cash game with some players that really want to play for some.
It depends how much. I'm not sure.
Not stupid. I mean, you can afford it.
I'm in.
20 grand. It'd be fun, dude.
20 grand, damn.
Huh? 10 grand.
Okay, thank you, dude. I'm
10 grand. But I'm thinking 40-ish people. 4 or 5 tables,
We met before.
10 grand each.
I would love that.
Top 2 or 3 people, take all of it. Don't do this. If you want to give it to charity, cool, but like, let's smash it.
That's where I like to play.
Everybody,
with
I'm a lover,
friends.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it would be really cool to be an advertising.
What do you mean?
That whole thing.
Oh, look at all fucking Eric.
Oh, yes.
Like y'all did.
Yes,
Fucking
yes,
Eric.
exactly.
I wish DZ.
And as long as no one's getting hurt, like I don't want, like, I would rather go play with strangers. If I'm getting serious, I'm gonna play with strangers. I don't care about hurting.
Yeah.
But with my buddies, I'm like, okay, I won 10 grand, you won 10. Who cares?
I agree.
Right? Nobody's gonna die.
Enough to make it interesting, but everybody's having
You
fun.
can't have everybody call it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's the old penny game. I ain't playing a penny game.
Yeah, exactly.
I need you to stick. That's what I tell everybody. Buy Bitcoin first, then go read the white paper.
Yeah. Get some exposure.
You will have a different perspective when you read that fucking thing. And it has to be enough that you don't want to lose it. It's not $50. Now, how long y'all been doing your deal?
Went full time in crypto at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, and then really I'm class of 2017, so got in the early days run up. Even though I heard about it back in 2013, didn't get involved, and then went full time in 2017.
And when did you start doing the business, the media piece of the business?
Really came at it from at the top of the market in retrospect, 2017.
Yeah.
Discovered crypto YouTube, and I saw all these content creators getting at the time what I thought were a crazy amount of views for subpar content. Some of them. Some content creators were great, and they're still here. But I just thought, and my brother really started the channel, but I would want to make content that I would share with friends for the average retail investor. I'm not a coder. I don't.
Did you come from the media world or acting or anything like that?
Came from filmmaking and acting.
There you go.
My brother and I have been in Lifetime movies, commercials, guest stars, co-stars, nothing big, but got bit by the crypto bug.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Found your platform that you could use your skill at.
100%, and just cultivated a like-minded audience of average retail investors wanting to learn.
And your following today is what? Monster. Y'all Cat Daddy, right? Y'all have more viewers than you want?
Over 2 million subscribers across all platforms, 1.4 million on YouTube, 1.6 million on X, formerly Twitter.
That's awesome.
Dude, and it's cool because we get to talk to notable people like yourself and bring in other people. Like we spoke to Mark Cuban, we spoke to Spike Lee when he launched NFTs, and just have it be sort of the community common area where people can come and learn together.
What have you learned that you wouldn't repeat?
So mistake?
And we can, I'd rather we can cut it if you want, but
it's all good. It's all good.
I love learning. That's my deal. Give it all in, dude. Any mistake I made yesterday, I'm happy to talk about it.
100%. Oh man, what's a mistake I've made? I think one of the main things I've learned is consistency is key, especially growing social media. You were obviously, became a pro at this, you've been a pro at this, but to me it's just like going to the gym. So it's like you're gonna go to the gym when you first start, you go for a month, maybe 2 months, and you get discouraged because you're not really seeing the results you think you deserve. And that's where most people quit. I think it's the same with social media. Keep showing up, keep calibrating. Me and my brother are very data-driven, meaning we watch the data that YouTube gives us, we calibrate, oh, this really worked, what can we learn from this? And we just calibrate every day.
You're the oldest or youngest?
Oldest? I think the audience at home can tell I'm 5 minutes older.
Yeah. Are you more detail-oriented or is he?
I think we're very similar, but if you had to ask our friends or you had to pick, I would be more detail-oriented or just a little more focused. We're both very focused, but my brother would be more, passion-driven or just, creative, even though we're very similar if you had to pick the differences.
Yeah. So you think he's a tad less analytical than you are? He maybe driven more by emotion or passion. I'm not trying to make anyone wrong.
100%.
I just have a twin brother.
Yeah, exactly. So
I kind of get there's differences, and there's a lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you another question I think is interesting. Have you ever correlated the ability of someone's IQ relative to their ability to see the differences between you guys? You know what I'm saying?
That's a great question.
I think
That's a great question.
I actually, think about it. I actually think there's an IQ test I could give to people. You tell somebody once, hey, I'm not Grant, dude, I'm Garrett. And they keep doing it. Like, bro, what part of this aren't you getting? Because we're massively different.
Yeah.
Massively. I mean, like, all you do 30 seconds, man. You're like, oh, he's the crypto guy, dude.
Right.
He's the digital Cardone, and the other guy's the legacy Cardone, the
sure.
real estate guy. But I have noted, I've never been able to ask other twins that look a lot alike. Do you notice this IQ thing? Because, like, I'll be playing in Vegas, 2 o'clock in the morning, dude, playing real. Some woman walks up, hey, Grant, give me your autograph. Nah, I'm not Grant, sweetie, but thank you very much. The host has to throw him out the casino. You're a lawyer. You're a lawyer. You just don't want to sign my name. Like, dude, chill, dude.
He's probably drunk in Vegas.
But yeah, totally wiped out. But like, you don't lose your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Over like, dude, I told you I wasn't. Now you're calling me a liar. People get confused.
I just know, like, people, like in high school, for example, our best friends easily could tell us apart. We have different personalities, but our teachers, who only saw us once a day,
That's right.
had no clue. So sometimes we would switch places just to
Us too,
entertain
man.
our friends. Okay.
Yeah.
You get it.
Oh yeah.
And even our grandma, who lived close, we saw her once a week, Sunday dinners. She had trouble.
Did your mom confuse y'all?
No, our parents are pros. Our parents are pros.
My mother called me Grant all the time.
Our parents.
My mother called Grant Gary all the time. Dude, it was hard. Voices are similar.
For sure.
It was hard for her.
And you know, people that aren't twins just don't get it. Just don't get it. Our parents would confuse us. They wouldn't know in their heads, but it's just like a name thing. Names are very similar. So.
Now, do both of you guys have girlfriends, boyfriends, wives?
Girlfriends. I'm between girlfriends right now. Erin, long-term girlfriend, met her at a crypto conference, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Long-term.
That's long-term.
If you know somebody my age, I'd love to be set up.
Well, dude, like, maybe we could do some equal damage together.
You're single?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I am most certainly fucking single.
Then we're going out. Austin, Texas, we're going out on the
Good, dude. I actually like the age bracket because
yeah.
opens the window up for a lot of shit to happen.
For sure.
The net gets much bigger.
For sure.
Two rich fucking guys.
Dude, you know what? I'm ready.
Yeah, me too. Hey, man.
Do you know this guy? This is Crypto Fiend. He's one of my original
He's a total fiend.
YouTubers from 2017.
Yes, I know Crypto Fiend.
Yeah.
I know of him.
Ryan.
Dude,
It's Ryan.
good to see you.
Ryan's joined the team. He's a good guy.
We've communicated many a time, I feel, in the YouTube comment section or on Twitter or somewhere.
I sent y'all a super chat. I remember y'all said that'd be cool to hang out with back in college.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that. I was like, you remind me of one of my college friends. You know?
We got our first super chats yesterday.
Whoa, live stream?
Whoa, man!
$200
$250 for somebody.
First of many, as long as you
Do
put
you get many of those big ones?
When we do live streams, $100 I would say is most maybe 200, but it's honestly with us it's people just giving 520s, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, see, this is what I was trying to lead to. Hey, what have you learned that you wouldn't repeat?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure. I'm a weird cat. Like, I'm not gonna pump I trust capital's fucking. I might, hey, I store my money there, but I'm not gonna do the advertisement. Because it's just a matter of time before they go, we didn't quite like what you said about Elizabeth Warren, and I will continue saying shit bad about Elizabeth Warren.
That's why your audience loves you.
Yeah, well, I think there's a gap in authenticity, man.
Yeah. So
It's a monster supply and demand gap. There is no authenticity in this planet. It's gone. If it was ever here, I think that's going to be my draw. Is oh wow, he's a regular. Like I was with Grant one day, and I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, Grant. He's like, yeah, okay, me too, dude. But let's come back here. I will never do that. I will never go behind a column and be a different person.
Right.
I'm just not that guy. I would rather turn the fucking camera off because it's misleading to the audience.
100%.
You know.
What you see is what you get. I think that's why you have a large audience. I think that's what we.
I don't have a large audience. You guys have a large.
We're
large
up
audience.
and coming.
Ah! You ain't got to say that shit to me. I like fucking success, dude. It's cool for me. I'm just trying to figure out. Hey, man. Good to see you, dude. I'm just trying to figure out. You know.
I talked to your brother a little bit, but I don't want to break the
I would love not to make some mistakes that people before me have made. I just don't know that I can draw a big enough population of people. Like I'd like to charge everybody $2 a month and go, we're done, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't taking a shilling shit.
Honestly, I think like the biggest thing, my brother and I have always been long term, meaning slow, steady growth, meaning we're not going to take the sponsors that are iffy. It's the long game for us, where other creators have been flash in the pans, they're big and they can't last all the cycles.
Well, y'all, I think you see the opportunity. There's no rush. You ain't got to rush.
Exactly. It's
big.
So that's what I always like. I think that's one of the key reasons, Altcoin Daily is still here. My brother and I are still here.
Let me know anything I can do to help you guys. I'll probably get more help from you guys initially than you will, but like anything I can do to help.
I appreciate that. And obviously, number one, we just did an interview. By the time this is released, our interview will be out, you and my brother. Check it out, see in the comment section. I thought you, from what my brother told me, you brought great perspective, which you always do. But yeah, I look forward to more stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man. Good to see you. Have a good show, huh?
Thank you.
Can we take this back?
I thought that was a gift.
Here you go. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Congrats, Jay, really.
Dude, appreciate you.
Yeah. So I think it's awesome. I was just asking, I said, hey, who's the cat daddy in this space? Because I don't look at any of the analytics. Hey, that show did really good. I went, oh, did it? Like, literally, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
That's my company. But I work with him.
I mean, I'm literally learning everything from the get-go.
I'm sure you learn brands can give you,
we don't really do that with each other. So we're very, like, I would never work with him.
Okay. Well, in a way, that's smart because you can
no chance out. Well, he doesn't understand what I do.
I understand.
Not even close. And I found his business to be very boring. Like real estate for me would not. It just does not take a genius.
I noticed though you orange pilled him, or since you got into Bitcoin, he has been more open to Bitcoin.
Oh, he is most certainly in a great deal of dissonance right now over what should he do.
Interesting.
He is actually, I think he's in pain because he's looking at this opportunity going, because when I say, bro, I'm going to have more money by the time we're done, and he's a big motherfucker. He's like, huh? He said that? Because when Gary says that
Brothers are competitive.
Oh, I'm going to wipe him off the fucking map, dude. I mean, we were on X Spaces the other day. I said, right now, dude, $1 billion going into real estate in 2024 versus $1 billion going into Bitcoin will rip your head off relative. And I'm actually going to do some modeling on a 6% cap rate over 10 years relative to Bitcoin. I don't think it's close, man. I haven't done the math yet.
Yeah.
But even when you add in, see, this would be cool for your audience. Hey, what is the difference between real estate and Bitcoin? There's a lot of fucking differences.
Yeah.
You know, you can't depreciate. You don't have 1031 exchange. You can't borrow 70 cents on the dollar. Dude, imagine what Bitcoin would be if you could borrow it.
Not everybody can buy a piece of prime Manhattan real estate, but you can buy a piece
or
of
any
prime
real
digital
estate.
Asset, yes.
Or any real. In fact, I would build the case you can't buy any real estate.
Not the little guy.
No one can. My brother doesn't own real estate, dude. If the covenant, if the covenants get fucking stopped right now, like if he doesn't cash flow to a certain level, this is what happened to us in 2008. We have perfect fucking businesses, right? We're cash flowing. We're paying our loans. The bank has 10,000 of these. They look at the whole portfolio and go, "Fuck, dude, we're getting ready to get fucked by 10,000 people." No, only 9,999. We don't give a fuck, dude. We need our money.
Nice.
You have breached your covenant per the contract. So these are just contracts. They're not. They're not even real world assets. You should start telling, there is no such thing as a real world asset except gold, silver, US dollar sitting in your pocket right then and there that you can spend, and a fucking gun. Gun and food. A house. It's a piece of paper. It is. You do not control that piece of property. And the impact of real estate, like the banks own all that shit. And once their covenants get breached, they're like, oh shit. They just start dumping the crap. And it could happen to him again. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But in 2008, I mean, you become so illiquid. And this is why Bitcoin's going to be just the king daddy, dude.
I concur.
The most liquid on planet Earth. I mean, I took him in front of 2,000 or 3,000 people. Okay, Grant, the market implodes. We go to war. We go into depression. What's going to happen? S&P will sell off 30%. Nope. Bitcoin will sell off first. Well, no, Gary, the most liquid assets in the world get sold first. Yeah, bro, you work at 4 hours to 6 hours a day, 4 days a week if you're lucky. Like, literally, that's the market. 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. Bitcoin's 24/7, bro. Oh, wow, well, Bitcoin's going to get destroyed. Yep, it will. It will be the first one to get destroyed, and it'll be the first one to recover.
Like gold in 08.
Totally, dude. Totally. Totally. Liquidity, anyway, I've been waiting my whole life for a deal like this, dude.
I love it. And you're a traditional institutional guy.
Oh, dude, I built 5 or 6 fucking big businesses under these monopolies, under their nose, dude. Like, irritating. Begged ExxonMobil to go to lunch with me for 3 years. They wouldn't go. Fuck you, you're a plebe, dude. You're nothing. I'm buying 300 million cubic feet a day a month from these people. They won't even go to lunch. They're hubris. Oh, I don't even want to be seen with you traders, right? Well, now the entire market works the way that we like. It's amazing how much people can do if they collaborate. The enemy is out there. I own a company called Node 40. They compete with Luca. I walked up to the CEO of Luca. I said, hey, man, let's work together. He said, what do you mean? I said, there's 10 of us, dude. I'm not your competitor. The clients are our competitors. The accountants, the law firms. Like, we don't need to beat each other up, dude. In fact, let's both raise our prices. He's like, oh, I like you, dude.
Nice.
But that's the world we're in. There's no competition.
Yeah.
Like, I see guys in the mini bit. I don't want to support him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're helping people. Nobody, Grant even does, man, Patrick Bet-David's making some progress. I'm like, bro, I listen to 10 of you guys. You're taking this from the schools. You're removing it from the colleges. You're removing it from CNN, Fox. We destroy them. That's what we need. Fucking destroy Fox, dude. That fucking destroy CNN.
And PBD is, and these up-and-coming players are, like content creators are.
I hope all of them make it. Quite certain they won't, because they won't collaborate.
For sure.
They're going to be like, ooh, that's a mistake. So, great to meet you, man.
You too, man.
Thank you. Where are you taking me now? Beat me up, dude. You haven't even fed me, man.
Just real quick introduction. This is AJ.
Hey, AJ. Good to see you, man.
Big fan.
Good to meet you.
AJ's
Thank you.
been a KOL in the space for a long time, and I recently went out on his own. He's doing his own thing. It's pretty
cool. Is it the right?
Yeah, AJ writes crypto.
Oh, cool, man. What do? You write books or you write?
I'm actually working on 2 books right now. I started off script writing for a couple people. I worked with BitBoy for like 3 years. That was his script writer in like 21 and stuff. And now I'm like I do like YouTube, Twitter stuff, and I'm writing books in the background. So
that's cool, man.
But I enjoy it. Yeah, it's a good time. Really nice to meet you, man.
Thank you. Very good to meet you, man.
So you're working with him now?
Yeah. Well, I work.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Hey, I know you're very busy. If you ever have time for an interview, man, I'd love to give you an interview.
We'll do it.
He's the man. Happy to do it, buddy.
We'll link up for it.
Yeah,
I really
happy to do it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Hey, have a good one.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Let's go grab some food. Bye, AJ.
Hey, man.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I was told I should look out for you.
Oh yeah, here I am. How you doing, man?
You gonna be here walking around for a
Couple days. I'll be here till tomorrow night, and then I'm going home.
Yeah, I've been following you and Grant. My wife and I used to travel around the country teaching real estate.
Oh, cool, man.
Doing all that for all the shark guys and everything.
How you finding this space?
Doing good. I enjoy it. We just launched our foundation a few days ago, and we got a cryptocurrency we've had up and running for a year and a half. That
Cool.
Based on stable token and AI, it actually drives the price up. So it's a pretty amazing thing. But what about you?
Yeah, no, I think the quality of people here this year is very different than last year.
Way more.
Yeah, well, and the quality is better.
Yeah.
In fact, it doesn't, yeah. I think the volume is bigger, but I think the quality is.
You can see it's made major strides.
It helps when it's $1 trillion market, not $500 million,
It also
half a
helps
trillion.
that we're actually more in a bullish scenario than what last year was.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of things have become more clear.